Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you are well. How are you, Damien?
Damien's not here. This is Father Christmas from Wish. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Who's this Damien fellow? He sounds great. He sounds like he knows what's what.
He's more of a hindrance than anything else, if I'm honest with
Merry
you, Simon.
Christmas. Is the sound
Merry
working?
Christmas, brother. I've got bouncing bars, so
Delicious bouncing bars.
I'm assuming. Yeah, audio all good, says Rich. Cheers, buddy.
Whoop, whoop,
Merry
whoop.
Christmas, everyone. This is our Christmas stream, our annual Christmas stream. Because if it was anything more than annual, it wouldn't really be Christmassy.
No, God no.
So yeah, welcome one and all. Gather around the manger and let's get stuck in.
That sounds horrific.
It does sound. Do you know what? Do you know what image popped into my head? No,
Cannibals?
I'm not going to
Baby
say it.
cannibals?
I'm not going to say it. What I will say is it's a meme, and there's somebody sat on a couch.
Oh, no. That's a shame. Well, that's a dreadful, dreadful start. Let's start it again. Merry Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas, Merry Christmas.
It's our Christmas stream. Woo, woo.
Woo, 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 woo. The street. Listen. I've got to say, it's a big relief for me to be here tonight because we were supposed to be streaming last night. Maybe we should address that. We were supposed to stream last night, so we do apologise. 100% again. It was on me. I feel like it's always on me at the minute. It was on me. Plans just got thrown out the window at the last minute, and there was nothing I could do. So I do apologise about last night, but we are here tonight and excited.
Christmas, man.
It's Christmas. I cannot believe how close it is. 5 days.
I know, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
It's snuck up big time this year. Big time.
I'm sure there'll be all sorts of chat about that, but our fun panic was when Charlotte kind of wrote. I think we've asked her what she writes. She's talked about what she wants from Father Christmas for ages, right? But we made a fairly stupid error and we got her to write her list last week. Added stuff.
Yeah.
We were like, what the hell is that? She's like, yeah, I've always wanted that. I was like, you have not. Like, gross panic. But yes, welcome to Battle Streams in Middle Earth. This is, of course, our largely kind of fortnightly stream series where we traditionally take a look through an episode of Dig Steeny's Partwork Battle Games in Middle Earth. But we we weren't happy to just take that title. No.
We put a little bit of jingle on it.
Yeah, we did a bit of jingle, perhaps. And we changed the word games to streams. A lot of people don't realise that. Steve, you're going to have to carry the light here. Of course, the point of battle streams in Middle Earth.
Yes.
I can't do it. I can't.
Have you not got it?
Well, look where I am, mate.
Let's look at it. So the point of battle streams in Middle Earth is to
help you
your dishwasher backlog off.
Have you redrawn some of that?
No, it's just darker at the top.
Why did you wash the bottom 2/3?
It's weird, isn't it?
That is horrific. But indeed, the whole point of this is that you can come and hang out with some like-minded individuals, and for a few hours and just paint and help to clear some of your backlog. Now, normally we like to the whole point is not painting because you need the models, but painting just for the joy of it, just for the fun of it. And so normally we theme it. And the theme is normally the models that came with the magazine, or 7 ogres. What is that? Is that 5 ogres? 5 ogres.
It's 5 on there, yeah.
But of course, this is our Christmas special, so we have no magazine to go through.
Nope.
So, Steve, do you wanna tell the kiddies how they get involved tonight? Like, what's eligible tonight?
Anything that is festive themed, and I think we're going to be fairly kind.
I suspect we are. Yeah.
Today, but within reason. Don't take liberties, guys. Come on.
I think we've been kinder and kinder with every Christmas special.
Yeah. We will allow things, but not if it's like a really tedious link to Christmas. So get in the spirit and paint something Christmassy, you filthy animals.
So things we've allowed in the past. Elves get in.
Yeah.
An elf. I mean, personally, I think that's a tedious link to Christmas, but whatever. Elves getting kings.
Kings, yeah.
Get some kings and men in there. If you get a dwarf king in, we'll have to, probably. But who knows? Merry,
yeah. Mary's definitely in.
Merry, any form of merry will get you in. Anything with a snow base?
Anything with a snow base, yeah.
Yeah. So anything you paint like that, if you paint something in a particularly Christmassy red and green,
Yeah. If you go with like a festive color scheme, that's great. And I think also, which is highly welcomed, whether people have had time to do it or not is another question. Is any conversions to turn anything
oh, absolutely.
Christmassy would be fantastic. Um,
Spirits we've had in the past, didn't we? We've allowed
yeah,
spirits because they were the spirits of Christmas past or whatever. But
yeah,
try and not break the rules.
yeah.
Try and
Try and
paint
embrace
something
the rules.
Christmassy.
Yeah,
But
embrace the rules.
it's not a record breaker, so we don't
No,
need to. It won't be eligible to break the
it's
participation
just
limit.
for fun. But there still is the usual money can't buy a prize up for
Oh,
grabs.
absolutely, of course there is.
Um, are we gonna show, David?
No,
We
because
might have some new listeners and watchers and viewers and
I'm
stuff.
painting Corvus black at the moment. F for the moment, Stephen.
Yeah.
You could just tell them if they are painting on theme before they even know they could
Mm.
win. Would you mind telling them how they get involved?
So over on the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group, there is a thread which says this is the whip thread, just in case you get confused. It's on there. It's posted by me. There is a link to this very stream that you're watching, so it's a bit weird. But post in there pictures of whatever you're working on. As long as you're working on something, you don't have to start it and finish it on the stream. It could be something you've already started that you've put down last year. You're getting back to it, or could just be doing the base. As long as you're working on it within the time frame that this stream is on, and you post a picture of it, you'll be entered into the draw.
In fact, if it's something you've previously abandoned, it's even better. That's very much up
Yeah,
our street.
yeah, because it gets it out the backlog. So yeah,
And
I
tonight,
think what we should also say is anything because it is wide open. It might not necessarily be a mini.
oh
Could be a
God.
terrain piece.
Yeah, well, yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Could be
All
a terrain
right. Do you
piece.
know what, mate? It's Christmas. Do what you
Yeah,
want.
it's Christmas, mate. Let's do it. Let's do
So
it.
what? Christmas. Mark Greentree is just like flipping his table. What? I'm in. So what? You think if you're making some Christmas terrain, we're allowing that tonight, are we?
Yeah, you know the kind of thing like Weta released that Hobbit hole at Christmas, didn't they? That looks
Yeah, I
pretty
did.
cool. Stuff like that, or anything. Just whack a bit of snow in it, a few Christmas lights, a Christmas tree in the background. Happy days.
I love to hear it. That's great. So up for
Mm.
that. But we will say, as you're putting it in there, because it's so contentious, could you just please write why it's Christmassy as you do it? So if you just post a model, and you're probably going to be super flexible tonight, but just write us a little message about why it's Christmassy, and then yeah, that would be super. But obviously the main reason to do this is to clear your backlog. But as if that wasn't enough, Stephen.
Yeah.
Do you know what they can win?
What can they win, mate?
I'll tell you what they can't win. Is that crooked?
They look like patron.
Is that crooked?
It's a little bit crooked, but I kind of like it.
Okay, we'll leave it. It's Christmas. Let's go a bit wacky.
Yeah.
Those you can't win these. You cannot win
No.
these. These are our delicious. What do you say? Patron purple.
Patron purple only.
And more on the patron scheme actually very soon because it's important tonight. But you can't win that. But what you can win is this bad boy.
Why is it always a one? It's always a one.
Tis the season. Tis the season. It's always the quiet ones. This is, of course, a battle streams in Middle Earth black dice. You see my hand?
Yeah, it looks like you've been in a fight, mate.
Yeah, I saw Warwick Griggs is in. Warwick, there you go. You know what that is.
Well, did you two have a scrap?
No, not quite. I didn't have a scrap with Warwick. But this is one of our black battle streams in Middle Earth dice. That is only available by winning the draw tonight. So this very bad boy that only rolls. Oh, for God's sake!
It's getting silly now. It's getting silly now.
Only rolls once. Is available to you. One of you tonight will walk away with that dice. And of course, by walk away, I mean stay exactly where you are and wait for it to be posted to you. If I jump over and have a look, see what we're fighting for tonight, we currently have, let's just remind ourselves of our winners. That's ascending. We want descending, please. We currently have Ryan Cuthbert with 5 black dice.
Greedy Cuthus, they call him around these parts. It's carved into a tree somewhere in Altrincham. Greedy Cuthus was here.
And meanwhile, snapping at his feet, at his heels, are Ashley Fisher and Josh Crosby on 4 dice each. So if any of those are in, Colours will be looking to extend his lead, I'm sure, and Ashley and Josh will be looking to kind of catch up. And of course, everyone else will be looking to join in. We currently have 50 people. We've got bang on 50 people with black dice out there in the world. So if you fancy getting an extra black dice or joining those people, then you can. All you have to be doing is be painting something Christmassy.
Yeah.
And yeah, on stream. I wanted to do this last year, and I do want to do it this year because I know you've already threatened to take your jumper off, and this beard is not going to last long. So I want to get like a oh, that's not what I need. Hang on. That's what I need. I want to get like a screenshot, of like us in Christmas gear. Now, the issue is, do you remember this from last year? If you pose, I don't see it for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So I can screenshot it, but how do you think we should do this? Do we just pose like this, and then but then we only have to pose for 5 seconds, but then I wait for 20 seconds and screenshot it? Is that how we do it?
Yeah.
I wait for us in the future, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm on Zoom. So what are we going for? Are we going like this? Is this the...
I was thinking...
Were you? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you not like it?
No, no.
I think we need the jumper in, don't we?
Oh, obviously you need the jumper in, yeah. Okay, but I think thumbs rather than saying bolt, personally. But your pose. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
We're going to hold it for about 5 seconds because I'll have to see it.
Are we thumbs up in?
Yeah, I think thumbs up, yeah?
Thumbs in. Let's do it. You got it.
That should be enough. Right.
Sweet,
so I'm now watching.
Imagine if someone just tuned in then.
I'm now watching on the internet for that to happen. And we'll hopefully capture it, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're discussing it. It looks like we're discussing it. I've put my thumbs up. You've got your thumbs up. I think I've caught it. I think I've got it, Steve. I think I've nailed it.
Nailed it.
Fun fact there for everyone watching live of how far behind we are. Oh, I've only gone and got it. Amazing. With 44 people in watching our Christmas stream tonight. Lovely to have you all. Lovely to have you all. So Steve, they know how they can get involved. Are you going to get involved? Are you painting anything Christmassy tonight?
Yeah.
Go on. I want you to explain it.
5 Christmas ogres.
5
Christmas ogres.
Ogre rings.
4 Cantona, 2 Cantona.
So you're painting 5 ogres.
I'll be touching them up, and then I'll put some paint on later.
Think there's any link to Christmas in ogres? Can we do anything like ogres? They're like big. Is there monstrous trolls at Christmas? I don't know. I don't think if you were not a host, I don't think you'd be getting in, right?
No, I won't be getting in. Yeah, but I'm staying true. What I was thinking a week ago when I knew the stream was coming, and I didn't realise that like everything was going to get thrown upside down this week. I have got somewhere in one of my boxes that diorama thing that I started about 3 Christmases ago that I was going to put in a bauble. Remember?
I do remember. You stole my idea.
You dare.
I remember I wanted to see Sam and Frodo running down.
He's such a. If there wasn't the risk of there being kids in, I would.
That's such a lovely annual running gag. I enjoy that. I forget about it every year.
I thought, I'll work on that because it would be nice to get that done and get it in a bauble and put it up and stuff. But alas, it didn't happen again. So maybe next year.
I saw someone else. They did it with the Mines of Moria Gandalf. They did a little Gandalf and popped him into a ball. And every year I think that's a really nice idea. And then I never come close to doing it.
No.
Never come close to doing it.
Yeah. But what about you? What are you working on?
So I've actually got 4 models on painter handles in front of me, and I'm planning on doing a bit of work on 2 of them tonight because I think they are a bit festive. These 4 models you will learn more about in Hobby Vlog 32, I believe. So in 3 Hobby Vlogs time. But what I've got tonight, and I'm going to open with this one because it's the one that wouldn't necessarily get me in. Oh, do you know what? You know what I can do? I can flip over here tonight with this current setup. I got this dude.
Oh yeah,
So, do you recognise him?
of course, he's very cool.
But any difference? Any issues here? Because this,
Any
my friend,
issue?
is a conversion.
Is it?
Oh. So, what do you think? What model is this?
That's the one from the Smaug set, is it?
You see, no, it's not.
Ah,
But you've stumbled across a key element.
is it the transparent one?
No, no, no.
Hmm.
That's too complicated.
Don't know, mate.
But you found the two much harder
Yeah.
answers. This is just Master Burglar Bilbo.
All right.
But
and you've de-weaponized him.
I've de-armed him because when I painted up my Master Burglar Bilbo, I used the Smaug one because I thought it was a better pose.
Yeah,
But I wanted him to have Sting. So I swapped the Sting arm. So I've just had this guy, and I just think this guy looks more like he's sneaking around Erebor.
Yeah, he does a bit, yeah.
So I kind of didn't really have plans for this guy. It's the other one I wanted. And then I don't know if you follow Hobby Bingo, but you have to paint a member of Thrones Company. So this is my member of Thrones Company. Well, I'm just seeing that I'm over. It looks central.
Hold on.
Yeah, it looks central on Zoom, but it's not central on YouTube. Yeah. So I'm painting him up to complete a member of Thrones Company for Hobby Bingo. And what I decided to do was because I had these Erebor bases that were already painted lying around. I whacked him on one of those, and then I decided to just turn the rock into gold. I know it's meant to be rock. I thought it's a bit of a one-off model, so why not give it a go?
Yeah, why not?
Just paint the gold up. So I'm working on him, and he wouldn't really get me in, but just there's something about the Fellowship and Thorin and Co. that always make me feel a bit Christmassy. I think it's because the films came out.
The films were out around Christmas.
So Bilbo wouldn't get you in, but he feels Christmassy to me for some reason. And then were I needing to get in, I think this would be my entry. From one extreme to the other. Look at that bad boy. So I've got the
Ghost of Christmas. What is it? The Spirit of Christmas. What would it be? Past.
Go with whatever you want. I was just going for Spirit, but he's a Spirit model. And obviously it doesn't really matter what I paint because I don't get to win the dice. My show, my rules. But yeah, I'm working on the big boy. I'm working on Sauron at the moment, which is kind of cool. He's a lovely model. I'm really happy with how he's coming together already. Wanted to paint him for years, and yeah, I'm finally working on him, and I'm hoping to bring him to the GT. So those are the two models that I'm kind of planning on working on tonight. And I feel like I've got into the spirit of the stream and also painted something that feels very fun and Christmassy to me. It's always nice working on a little hobbit. Yeah. So that's me. That's what I'm working on.
Looking forward to seeing what everybody else is working on in the width. Do get your pictures in there.
Before we jump into the chat and see who these wonderful 45 people are, do you want to do snacks?
Yeah, let's do snacks. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Well, I don't know if the chat's gone mad for it. Do you know where I am?
Mad for it, mate. Mad for it.
Do you know where I am?
I know where you are. You're in Mirkwood, obviously. I can see
in Mirkwood.
I can see the leaves.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I of course at my mum and dad's house.
Yeah.
I've come down here for Christmas, and so treats are sometimes a bit different. So I have my delicious cup of tea, as ever.
Oh.
It's Bell embossed in all the right places.
Yeah.
And remember what it says inside?
Don't know it.
Do you not remember?
No.
Someday my beast will come. Well, there she is. Lovely.
That's not legitimate Disney, surely.
Bought in Disney World, mate. Absolutely legitimate Disney. And we've also got the Buffy mug downstairs, which may well arrive halfway through the stream. I've
got a sneeze coming, so excuse me if I do.
I look forward to it. And so, over here, I have. I tried to go. Bless you. I tried to go as festive as possible, so I have a penguin platter with a mince pie.
Of course you do.
With a snowman.
Napkin.
napkin. Thank you very much. Homemade mince pies
Oh,
from my daughter and my mum, which is
very
very
cool.
nice. My other snacks today. This is actually going to surprise you. This is going to come out of left field. It's not what you're expecting.
Oh.
I got sent a package, and I know
Oh.
what you're going to say, Steve, but I got sent another package.
Oh.
I've got a note in here. I'm
Cool.
gonna read it, please. Hi, Damien. I hope you're well and finding close some Damien-specific chocolate that I forgot to bring to Throne of Skulls.
Very cool.
Since the GT seems too long to wait to give you these, I thought I would send them so you can enjoy them while hosting the annual Christmas Day Battle Streams stream. Open brackets. Larry told me to say this. Close brackets. Have a fabulous Christmas, Julian.
Very nice.
From Julian Hammond, who famously delivers us chocolates at events. He sent me this care package. Now, before you start seething with rage,
Yes.
why do you think you didn't get one?
Because I wasn't at Throne of Skulls.
That's one reason. I think that's probably a primary reason. So you weren't at Throne of Skulls, so
Yeah.
you weren't meant to get one. What's the other reason, do you think? Reflect on your own behaviour.
Oh, because I mislaid the last package.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
Julian told me it's because you weren't meant to be at Throne of Skulls. I think it's because you can't be trusted with a chocolate
I
package.
see. I think Julian is far more adult-like than that.
Far more tolerant.
I think
So
he's
yeah,
a
all I'm
fine
saying
human
is
being.
Julian said it was because you weren't at Throne of Skulls.
Yeah.
And yet you didn't get sent some chocolate and you did lose the last bunch of chocolate he gave you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're related, but they are both facts. So so in here,
Yeah.
this is
It's always good.
It's a strong start.
It's always good from
So
Julian.
we got a dark Terry chocolate orange, which is fantastic. We've got some mint Bourneville.
Mm.
Uh,
It's a shame.
mint swirl.
Good, solid.
Obviously, you know it's set up for each person. But then check these bad boys out, and I think this is where I'm gonna go tonight. We've got some I think they're Japanese Kit Kats.
What?
Look,
Oh,
that looks like, is that like,
cheesecake?
I don't think it's cheesecake. I think it's like chocolate cake or strawberry,
Strawberry chocolate cake.
almost like a gatto maybe.
Mm.
And we've got this one, which I can only presume is sandwich flavored
Beef sandwich.
beef sandwich Kit Kat. And this one, we got tea flavored Kit Kat.
Milk tea. Look at that.
So
I'm
really,
interested to know what they taste like.
well, exactly. I'm gonna hang on to I'm gonna hang on to particularly the Terry's chocolate orange for Christmas. But I'm definitely going into these tonight, and I think they're the more interesting ones to read. To open on the stream.
Yeah.
And then to accompany them, I have the new Pepsi.
Nice.
Got to be done, and I've got a bottle of beer.
Very good.
So I'm well stacked. So do you want me to go into one of these, or do you want to do yours?
Yeah, go into one. I'm intrigued.
I'm quite happy
Go
to eat. I'm
for
quite happy
tea.
to eat all three of these. You want the tea first?
Go tea, yeah, go tea. I want to know if it tastes like tea.
So they're 2 sticks. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat on the back still.
Nice.
But
If
everything else,
if it works, don't change it.
exactly.
It's universal.
Oh mate. Guess what's happened as soon as I've gone in? You're going to be livid.
Go on. Oh,
Only white.
milk tea. I get it.
Oh, tastes like tea.
Get out of it.
It does.
Is that pleasant in a bar of chocolate, or is it
Quite
weird?
nice. It's quite nice. It is a bit weird. Now it tastes like soap.
And now it tastes like shh.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse. I don't know what's in that, but
Tea.
Really cool.
It'd be like tea leaf extract on it in the chocolate or something.
It's like a mint, a hint of mint, which gives you almost like a leafy taste, which then becomes a bit soapy. It's cool. It tastes different though.
Would you? Here's the question: would you? You're in a garage.
I am not. That's an outrageous accusation.
In Japan, right? You're looking at all the snacks. There's all your favourites that you know you're gonna like, and then there's a Kit Kat tea. Are you gonna buy one?
Like now,
Yeah.
no.
Now you know. There you
2
go.
minutes ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd always like, it's like when you go to a curry house, always try like a different curry house. I'll always try a kind of house speciality.
Mm.
Good to try something different.
And then think, why didn't I get the tikka bowl?
Yeah, well, it's like McDonald's. I just don't try the new thing now. I've spent so many. I'm sure we talked about this on stream. I've spent so many years trying the new thing. It's just not as good as a Big Mac.
No.
So I just don't try the things. I don't like change.
Yeah.
So yeah. So from me personally, thank you so much, Julian. I do really appreciate you sending that through.
Thanks, Julian, for getting Damien that.
You should have been either at Throw Skulls or not lost the last bunch. So you got nothing. You got nothing, mate. Nothing.
Okay, so what have I got? So I've got obviously my tea, which is nearly gone, which has been fun dabby dozy. I have not one but 2 cans of the new Pepsi because I'm not drinking tonight because I've got to be up early doors. So I've got 2 cans of pop. I've seen these today. I thought I'd give them a go.
Oh, hello. That's right up your street. Is that little? Is that
Festive Friends? So
yeah, but
so
what are they?
It's white chocolate with a creamy white filling with crispy pieces inside.
I meant what are the designs? I couldn't make out what manner of friend they are.
There is a reindeer with glasses on.
Perfect.
There's a Santa Claus with glasses on.
Right.
And then there's a polar bear on an igloo with glasses on. I'm not
They've all
sure.
got glasses on.
Don't know what's going on with the glasses, but
Are they goggles to keep the?
No, they're definitely glasses. Maybe too much white chocolate.
Do you think that's what's happened to your eyesight? You've had too much white chocolate.
Could be. And then I went into Aldi specifically to get my favourite new crisps, the pigs in blankets flavour, because they're delicious.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any left, unfortunately. And then these jumped out at me, and I'm not sure why they're festive themed. I can't work that out. But they're bratwurst sausage flavour crisps.
Yeah, well, you'd expect to eat some bratwurst at the kind of German Christmas market, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'm not German. I'm not in Germany.
Well, I think most people.
I mean, I'd expect to eat bratwurst if I was in Germany, regardless of it being Christmas.
I think most of the people who go to Winter Wonderland aren't German, but they still stuff themselves with bratwurst.
And then also, Brucey bonus. I have no clue where this come from.
Well, quite.
And it's one of 6, but alas, I bet the other 5.
Well, they did well.
You know, but I thought I'd save one for stream. So somebody sent me in the post and it doesn't say who it's from or anything like that. So whoever it is, if you're in chat, please do let me know so I can say thank you. But thank you, because made my week. I was having a bit of a naff week, and I opened this package. I thought it was just like a random thing from Amazon, you know, because it's that time of year. And there was 6 of these bad boys in there.
6 Star Bars. That's a BSIME, right? That's someone who knows you like Star Bars.
Yeah, someone who knows I like Star Bars.
And Steve.
Yes.
See, I thought you'd be expecting this, but the same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
So I also need to thank you because I got a package this week. Again, no notes. I don't know who it's from. They had a pack of Whispers and a Big Daddy chocolate bar. Remember that thing? Remember the Big Daddy?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad this happened because I've got Julian's care package here already. Yeah. But that got delivered to my house. So Emma opened it up. With my permission, I should say.
I was going to say rude.
Wasn't unauthorized wife unwrapping. But she unwrapped it because it had Stream Snacks scrawled on it. So she was like, I think we should open this. So I don't have them with me, but I will save them for a stream in the new year. So yeah, again, same thing. I don't know who sent those, but thank you for festooning us with goods. It's very kind of you, and we do appreciate it.
It is
there we
kind.
Go. Those are our snacks.
It's a testament to the group of people that we talk to on a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. That was all my snacks. Yeah, no beer. Pretty gutted because I could have done with a beer tonight, but there we go.
So that's what this is. It's Christmas. It's the Christmas stream. Those are our snacks. That's what we're working on. We've got some prizes.
Yeah.
I've also we have a deep dive today. I've dug into this bad boy. I don't know if you're familiar with J.R.R. Tolkien's Letters from Father Christmas. It's very, very seasonal. So we've got a little segment in this to talk our way through it, and we will be doing our annual Christmas present giveaway.
Yeah.
So the way this works is our way of thanking our wonderful patrons for supporting us. That's another way that Steve sometimes mimes thank you to to help as well. But we currently have. Do you know how many patrons we have at the moment, Steve?
I have no clue.
We have 117. Can you believe it?
It's mental, mate.
Crazy. We have
It
117.
is. I'm not like saying it like blasé. That is mental.
In the immortal words of Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, it's crazy. And yeah, we've got 117 patrons. So what I've done is printed out all their names as per usual, and they are contained within this festive snowman cracker. And last year we gave away 3 prizes. The Battle Frost Giliath box set had just come out, and we were going to give one of those away. And we thought, A, it's sucky to just give it away to one person, and B, it's the sort of thing that people might have bought.
Yep.
So what we did was take the value of that box and divide it into 3 gifts. So we gave away a £30 box, a £40 box, and a £55 box. And I've gone and checked, and the price has not gone up. The Battle of Frost Giliath box is still £125. And I think it's fair to say we've had a quiet year of releases for Middle Earth, and so there isn't anything else that jumps out. So we're going to do exactly the same thing again. So we are going to give away to our patrons 3 prizes. One that's effectively a £30 GW voucher, a £40 GW voucher, and a £55 GW voucher. And we will arrange a Zoom call to take you shopping. Is our plan. And
Cool.
what we always say is that if you enter the patron scheme tonight, you get in.
Yeah.
So it is the sort of thing that you can join the patron scheme tonight and get in. So if there are any before we draw any of them, I will check our patron account. We have a brand new patron, Ricky Colbrook, I think I saw his name flash in, so he's in.
Yeah.
So he's already in the draw. But yeah, if anyone does join the patron scheme tonight, you will be in the draw as our way of saying thank you. So yeah, that's it really. We've got 3 of those to give away, and then we're just going to have some fun and chat about Christmas, really.
Yeah, there's not
Sound
really
good to you?
yeah, it sounds awesome. So other than the usual whip thread giveaway and the Christmas giveaway, there's not really an itinerary tonight. We're just going to hang out and chat, and wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Are you all set for Christmas, Damien?
I think I've got the things. I haven't wrapped the things.
I'm so unorganised.
I think that's how I feel.
Santa's got a lot of the kids' stuff.
You want to get that off him.
Yeah, but that's kind of there. There's a couple of things that we're just waiting on. But other than that, I've not bought any presents for anyone yet. Just not a time.
Not bought any presents for anyone yet.
Mate, I'm going to be that guy Christmas Eve. It's going to be...
You know what's good?
It's going to be a test.
And I have found this. I'm still living 10 years ago where when someone asks you for something now, you're like, the 20th December, we're screwed. Whereas I've been ordering stuff yesterday, with 1 to 2 day delivery.
Yeah.
So you're all right, even in your house at the moment. It's very impressive the way things have changed. I remember, as I said, 10 years ago, if it was after the 10th, you wouldn't get anything for Christmas, that sort of thing. Yeah. So there's big improvements there. Yeah. So you're not doomed.
The problem I've got at the minute is that like the main 2 things that I need to get, I don't know what they are yet. Like you know, when you just think, what? I don't know what to get. That's the problem.
I mean, that is a problem.
It's a big problem.
That will prevent you ordering.
And I know if I don't sort of make my mind up prior to going shopping on Christmas Eve morning, it's going to be a nightmare. Cause I'm just going to be walking around like John Travolta in that meme, looking at things like this.
Is it for Anna?
Anna and my mum, like the worst 2 people to
Games Workshop vouchers, both.
Kitchen utensils. That's what I go. So yeah, so I'm really unorganised this year, really unorganised. But the good thing is we're quite organised in the sense that a lot of Santa's stuff is already wrapped, so we're good to go. Normally, like we're wrapping till daft o'clock. on Christmas Eve night and drinking copious amounts of gin and then getting woke up at 6:30 in the morning by the kids. But yeah, we're all sorted. We've been wrapping the things as they've been arriving, which we always said we'd do and then never did. So yeah, that's
the problem for me. The thing that I always struggle with is that Emma's birthday, and I believe you're in a similar situation, is on the 29th, and so there's very
Capricorn.
Bless you.
Solid star sign.
There's very little time, if any, to do any shopping between. You can't do it on Boxing Day, so 27th, 28th, there's only 2 days, and normally there's kind of Christmas stuff there. So my panic is always not really about Christmas; it's making sure I've got enough stuff to cover the birthday as well.
Yeah.
That's what, and it's also cards. It's like, oh, I've got to get her a birthday card, and then the kids have got to get her a Christmas card, but then the kids have got to get her a birthday card. The multiple cards. Look, it's like the cards breed.
Yeah, you go into Card Factory and like 50 quid just disappears out of your wallet. You're like, what the hell?
And she makes all our cards, but I can't get her to make her own. It sucks. But yeah, we're all right. We're all right.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, looking forward to it. I'm just looking forward to finishing for Christmas. I'm actually working in between Christmas and New Year this year. Weirdly.
That in your new life?
Never done it before. Yeah. Doing 2 little shifts in between. Put my name down like an idiot. Said I'd do it. Instantly regretted it as soon as they said, "Oh, cheers, Steve." Damn it.
We haven't. I think a bit later, like once we've caught up with who's in the chat and everything. We haven't actually caught up. We had a great Return of the King stream, but there was no actual catch up. So you've yet to discuss your midlife crisis on the stream. So I think the viewers would love to know how it's going. So I think maybe hang on to that and tell us all about it in a bit.
Yeah, can do. Should we dive in the chat and see what the cool kids are saying?
I think you certainly should.
Okay. I mean, obviously it's Christmas stream. First guy to comment, Double, is in.
I'm surprised he had the time.
He was sat by a roaring log fire with his legs crossed, a little pad and a pencil, just writing lyrics for next year. And he says, "Season's greetings, everyone." I mean, I would have liked a bit of a song there, Michael, but there we go. Adam Harrison, "Have a great stream and Merry Christmas to all." Thanks, buddy. Rich Clammer says, "Hey all." Paul Jacobson, "Good evening, everyone. So happy to finally be able to catch one of these live again, and the Christmas one at that. It's great to have you, mate." Ginamo says, "Greetings, happy first Christmas stream. How you doing, bud?" Remco says, "A merry fine evening to you all." Good evening, all. Merry Christmas, says Jakey. Frederick City says, "Hello there." Eric says, "Hi, everyone."
Sorry, can I check? Is Jakey Jake Pollard? If Jakey out there is Jake Pollard, I tried to get in touch with you about because Jake Pollard, I might be doxing in here. I might be patron doxing him. Is a patron, but he's not in the chat. So I've tried to message him to say, let me know which Jakey you are. So if Jakey out there is Jake Pollard, DM me on Facebook so we can add you to the chat.
Slip into his DMs. Eric says, "Hi everyone, it's been a while since I was able to join live, but great to be here. Looking forward to this stream to set me in the holiday spirit. Hope you and your loved ones are all well. All well here. I hope you and your loved ones are all well, Eric." Late as always, says Frederick. Were we though? But can't believe the whip thread is up already. Obviously, I can't believe you have any doubts, Frederick, about the whip thread. When was the last time the whip thread popped up?
Must be quite upsetting for you that people don't trust you.
When was the last time? I think
at least 2023, if not later. I don't know what they're talking about. I do not know what they're talking about.
It's been a while.
They treat you very unfairly.
I know they do. Remco says, "Are the Lord of the Rings movies Christmas films? They always remind me of a Christmas period because of when they were released, I think."
They're not Christmas films, but they absolutely feel like Christmas films.
Yeah.
In the same way that this Bilbo is not a Christmas model, but he feels like a Christmas model. That's my take on that.
Yeah. Sam's in, he says, "Hey all." Frederick says,
which Sam is that, sir?
Teenage Dirtbag.
Lovely to have you, sir.
Frederick says, "Well, at least the piano house is there." Rich Clemmer says, "Audio all good." Mr. Ian Whitehouse is in, he says, "Merry Crimbo, everyone. How you doing? I hope you're well." "Hello, people. Merry Christmas. Sound is good," says Mark Green Tree. Jakey says, "Santa from Wish. Don't you mean Father Wishmas?"
Hooray!
Ricky Colebrook. "Good evening, everyone. How you doing, Ricky?" Is Ricky Colebrook a new name?
He's the new patron.
Ah, Ricky.
I was just
welcome.
mentioning. He's already in the snowman cracker.
That's how he rolls. Sam says, "Don't be sorry. It means I can be here now." That's why we did it, mate. Really. 4 days, says Frederick. Is that you correcting me when I said 5 days?
Yeah, he said it was 5 days till Christmas.
Harry Valentine says, "Love you guys for carrying on with the content years after the GBHL channel has died."
Who's that?
Harvey Valentine. Thanks, dude.
It's not. That's a newish name, isn't it?
It's a newish name. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Scott Newman, Merry Christmas, lads. We'll join you soon. The Tesco man has just arrived at the door. As soon as it's away, I'll be back at my desk.
Hope he's delivered you some stream treats.
Warwick Griggs is in. He's got a black eye, it looks like. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Christmas stream, everyone. Hope you and your families and friends are all doing well. Managed to get things in line to give me a stream night of painting. Happy days. Good man.
Lovely to hear.
Just bear with me a second.
Hope you're well, Warwick. Be nice to meet one day.
I'm just replying to a text. Just bear with me, guys. So it is very rude, so I do apologise.
It's a rude text. Read it out.
There's no words, my friend. Tickled you, that, didn't it?
That was good. It's a shame at Christmas, though, Steve.
I know. The gutter talk. Evening all, says Matt Hudson. Evening, guys, says Julian. Katie says hello all. Alex Johnson is in. He says hello all. Larry Miller says, I think I had to fight to get accepted with 3 spirits last year. Yeah,
well, as I said, the rules get laxer every year.
Yeah. Don't dwell on it, Larry. Come on. It's a new year, new day, and all that. I tried to get the betrayer accepted last year. Can't remember if I succeeded or not. There's a lot of resentment.
Let's say yes then.
Yeah, you did.
What are you moaning about?
You were in, mate. You were in. Dan Nelly, evening all. Green Tree says terrain. You say. Max Malla says evening all. Ashley Fisher says good evening, one and all. How you doing, Ashley? Julian Hammond says tonight's dice is coming to you from an evil player needing to win a roll off against an elven weapon. I tell you. They are priceless. If that's
they're good for that. They're good for
that. Sam says also known as my opponents, Julian. Katie says that beard is easy mode compared to my Gandalf beard.
This beard was made by my lovely wife in about 5 minutes when
solid effort.
When I needed a beard for reasons. Which was like, I reckon I can knock you something up. I was like, how long I've got? About 5 minutes. And I think she did a pretty banging job for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's good. Wes Ady says, has Damien come straight from a festive bank job?
There is something about this that's a bit kind of like, the kind of bad Santa, like, or the Silent Night. What's the horror one?
There's a couple, isn't there? I said it looks a bit like a highwayman's mask, but white.
When this comes up here, you get Joker vibes as well, right? There's the slash and stuff, but no,
it's very odd.
Hat's banging there, right?
Yeah, that's good.
I nicked this off one of my wife's, or I think my wife nicked it off one of her mates, and then I nicked it off.
And you nicked it, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is very cool. It's very cool. Ryan Cuthbert, good evening.
Well. This is the Star of Bethlehem,
aka Deathlamp. Good evening and Merry Christmas to you all, says Ryan. And to you, mate. Missing Sting, says Rich Clemmer. Ryan Cuthbert says, currently wrapping presents before cracking on with some else. Very organised. I love to hear it. It's jump. I don't normally jump this soon. Rich Clemmer, you gave it to the small version, right? He did.
I did indeed.
Wow, where did you get that bass, Damien? Says Frederick.
It's from a little known bass manufacturer called Generation Shift. Check it out.
Or in the piano house world, we call him Bassman.
Do we? If you like. Bassman. I always wanted you to go into Bassman. Casting my basses in resin.
Sean Clarkson, he says evening. Larry Miller just shouts in capital letters and an exclamation mark, leaf curtains.
That's the excitement that the leaf curtains can bring amongst the community.
Frederick says, my brother and I just made a massive shopping list for our parents to buy so we can make a doner, both vegan and meaty, punch, and a bunch of other stuff when we arrive.
Oh, fantastic, man.
That's very cool. Matt Hudson. Oh, Matt Hudson. That mug has not passed quality control. It did. It's just that. I mean, to be fair,
your one. I thought you meant Bell.
It used to be sparkling, and we were told not to put them in the dishwasher. And I told my wife not to put them in the dishwasher. And after about 6 months, she just threw caution to the wind and started to put in the dishwasher.
Mine have started going in the dishwasher.
Don't let it happen, mate.
I think it's my dad more. It's when my mum and dad are down with us like once a week, and I think Emma knows not to. But yeah, pattern stuff in the dishwasher, absolute nightmare.
Yeah. Larry says tonight I'll be working on assembling and maybe, if we're lucky, attempting to add antlers to the rabbits of Santa Gas sleigh.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
I've been working on for about 3 years. If you've been working on for 3 years, you definitely will allow it.
I think he was panicking last night before you cancelled that he couldn't find his sleigh model that he's been working on for years. He was quite glad of the extra day.
Frederick says, seething with rage sounds like a metal band. It does. Larry says, I also plan to do some work on the penguins I started. That one time penguins became a relevant model for some stream because people seem to treat them as Christmassy for some reason. And because I need to finish off the penguins I bought for that stream.
There's a penguin on my tray and he's wearing a Christmas hat.
Why wouldn't he? Does King Dane Under the Mountain count this evening? Asked Scott Newman.
Or as a king? But I don't think dwarf. I think it should have to be kings of men, shouldn't it? It should have to be male kings.
I think kings of men. Yeah. I know we said we were going to be pretty like laps, but I think kings of men. We did say don't push it as well, like, you know.
Don't push it at Christmas.
Yeah.
So we don't think. I don't think Dane gets in. I don't think.
It's like, for instance, if someone's painting the Witch King, they won't get in because he's a king. They'll get in because he's a spirit.
Oh, that is a good one, because I'm glad you found a caveat to get him in on the spirit, because he used to be a man, right?
Yeah.
What about dead men kings?
King of the Dead.
Oh, King of the Dead. He's a spirit. He's a spirit. All right.
Did he get you some Picari sweat from Japan? Asked Larry.
No, because he's nice.
I hate penguins, says Larry. Belgian chocolate Santas and my traditional candy cane.
Oh, is that a penguin chocolate bar gag?
He did say I hate penguins. He said I have penguins. I can't see.
Does it seem like outrageous anger against penguins from Miller? I hate penguins. Always skating around, shuffling around.
Rich Clam has solved the riddle. The Milky Bar kid had glasses, you muppets. This is true. You've just reminded me.
That's what it is.
You just I mean, I've got glasses. No, it's not just a Milky Bar kid thing.
So that's like the Milky Bar reindeer, is it?
They're in their own little individual wrappers as well inside.
They're full of wrap for freshness.
You don't get many in a bag though. Only about 8 in there.
They're hoping you're wowed by the full packaging. That's what.
This one doesn't wear glasses. It's a little Christmas house.
Very nice.
Smells like Milky Bar.
They're good. Are they just Milky Bar chocolate?
No, they've got like a white soft filling that's not chocolate with crispy bits in. I'm trying to think of what it compares to. It's like a fondant inside. Nice. But as with everything Milky Bar, very sweet.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I don't think I'd have more than 2 of them tonight.
Meanwhile, 3 hours later.
Not when there's a massive bag of Bratwurst flavoured crisps looking at me.
I'm really tempted by those Bratwurst flavoured crisps. They sound really good.
Lol, you both pronouncing Wurst as Wurst. Try saying Wurst. That's what I said.
That's Frederick, isn't it? That's Frederick.
Every stream. How many are we on now? Nearly 100 streams, right?
92, my friend.
And every stream, Frederick rips us a new one about our pronunciation of certain words that originate in his homeland, which is fair enough. That's not. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. I don't mind being corrected. The issue we've got, Frederick, is when you try to explain how we're saying it wrong via the medium of words on a screen. We're not misspelling the words, we're saying them wrong.
I think I'm alarmed quite how much German we bring into the streams.
It's a lot.
Like, why is there so much German in
it? Rolf, this will be another fun thing about pronunciation. I think that's supposed to be Ruffle, not Rolf. We don't like Rolf here.
No,
it's like if no one else claims it, then it came from me, says Larry. What was that about? What was that about?
Oh, he's talking about the chocolate we got sent. He's saying if no one else claims.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No, it can't have been Larry. It was in a reasonably sized box.
Julian Hammond says, by the way, the Kit Kats were brought back from Japan where my son was recently on holiday. So they are like legitimately from Japan.
Amazing.
What a holiday that is as well, Julian. That's awesome. An awesome holiday. I'd love to go to Japan. Frederick says, Steve, I used to waiting for the chocolate. I am, mate. I am. It's on my list of things to do whilst I'm off.
Yeah, I don't think he's still waiting for the chocolate. That's unfair on Sam. I think he hasn't gone and got his chocolate.
Sam's made it increasingly difficult. Every time I say I'm passing through Stockport, Sam, have you got that chocolate? It's like, I'm in Iceland. I can't get it.
Oh, do you reckon he's eating it? It's gone.
Yeah, I think it's well gone.
He needed some stocking fillers for Nick, and was like, "Oh, I'm out of stuff." Oh, he's never picking this up. But listen,
he's not going to get this.
I got you some German chocolate, yeah, but you're worth it.
Matt Hudson says we do that with all the W's, Frederick. It's about our pronunciation.
I think it's bratwurst. You're saying bratwurst, and I think he means verst. I think it's bratwurst.
Yeah, I said bratwurst.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. You're panicking about the pronunciation thing.
Oh, did I say bratwurst? No, I didn't say bratwurst.
I don't know. I don't know what you said, but I think
I said bratwurst. Definitely said bratwurst.
I think that's what he's saying, isn't
it? Matt also says Harold just scored a cracker against Wolfsburg.
Who did?
Harold.
Harold scored a cracker against who?
Wolfsburg.
Who's Harold?
I don't know. Let me have a look at the score. See, this is a game that's going on.
Is that Harry Kane?
Could be. All competitions.
Bayern playing?
Bundesliga.
Is he giving Harry his formal title of Harold?
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
Called it.
Sports! 2-1. 2-1, they were beaten.
Mary Earps getting sports personality here.
Yeah, very cool.
Very well deserved, I thought.
Yeah, very well deserved.
Cool.
I thought
very reserved.
She got yeah, because Nike dropped the ball. No pun intended. Didn't
I was chatting. I called it
thing.
last night. I was chatting. I was watching it with my mum and dad, and I got it right. Apart from, I thought Katarina Johnson-Thompson was third, wasn't she? I thought McElroy would be higher. So I thought Stuart Broad was going to be third, and Katarina Thompson would have been fourth. But I thought McElroy would have been second. But called Mary Earps, and it was because she not only was she incredibly good, and they did really well, but she had the story, the whole thing about the shirt and being like wronged. And then when they put it on sale, it then sells out in super quick time. And I was like, that means that your average casual fan who might not know a lot of the sports will know her. And will be kind of on her side. And I think that's often what you need to escape your sport a little bit to win it, I think, sometimes.
Yeah. Transcend.
But I thought she was very deserving winner of it. It was very good.
It was good to see.
It was.
You know, we're both the father of 2 daughters, so it's nice to see stuff like that, you know.
It's 3. I think it's 3 female winners for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is great, because if you look back, there's hardly any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pleased. I don't think Joey Barton's in the chat tonight. He's a gobshite, isn't he?
He's not great.
The thing is, I can't. I'm not even gonna. I can't be bothered getting into it.
Let's do happy things. Happy things.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. Just
If in doubt, ham up the German pronunciation, says Matt Hutton. Exactly. Gary George says, briefly popping in just to say Merry Christmas, everyone. Busy packing and preparing for a trip to spend Christmas with my wife's family interstate. Happy holidays, all. Happy holidays, Gary. I hope you have a great Christmas and festive period with your in-laws. Rich Clemmer says, glad you got the chocolate, guys. Was worried Steve's didn't come since the Amazon sent it Royal Mail and the tracking wasn't working. So it was Rich Clemmer. Thank you, dude. Really do appreciate it.
What, Rich Clemmer sent the stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, man. And I'll tell you, getting 6 star bars in the post really did cheer me up. So thank you, dude.
Oh, being told I'd got a big daddy and 4 whispers in the post really cheered me up. So, yeah, it was lovely. Thanks, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Johnny's in. Roborbase Gaming says, good evening, gents. No painting tonight. New Dwarf Army is packed away for a game tomorrow afternoon. Ah, cool, man.
Lovely.
Frederick Schultz says, how do the voucher things work with international Patreon supporters? Will you convert the currency?
Yes. What we've done in the past is basically give you the value of 55 British pounds over to you. So, but like, no, that's not right. Something that cost 55 British pounds. So say the Watcher in the Water is 55 quid, you can have a Watcher in the Water. That's how we do it, basically. It's like, you know, you get the thing, you get the equivalent thing. So if you live abroad and you get some horrible markup, we'll pay for the markup, essentially.
Yeah.
You don't get less stuff.
No.
But frankly, we're all just hoping it's won by people in the UK.
Yeah.
But no, we did it before. I think that one was 2 years ago. I remember the only thing was that we couldn't order it for
This could be a nightmare.
What has that just happened?
I was twisting my wire and it's just made a hole in it.
Don't twist your wire. I can still hear. Why would you twist your wire like a child? That's unbelievable.
It's all right. You can still hear me. I can still hear you. So we're golden. I'll just twist a different bit.
The only difference was I think the way we've done it in the past is that we've ordered the stuff and kind of sent it to you as a gift, so you don't have to do it. Whereas I think we can't order it from an international site, so we have to shop with you. You pick what you want, and then we send you the money. Basically, is how it works.
Yeah.
But you know, as I said, hopefully it's a good problem to have. If it wins, you won't lose out. Fear not.
Yeah. No Christmas deep dive? Asked Larry.
I mean, you do have Christmas deep dive, as you well know. But I think what Larry's getting at there is there not going to be a Christmas deep dive on Christmas deep dive. I've got one of those on Christmas Day. And no, Larry, as well you know.
Max Mallis says, "Oh, Stephen, Londis own brand condoms you shouldn't have." What's that mean?
That's what you're going to get, Anna.
All right.
Oh, they're not a gift, are they? They can't be a gift, can they?
If they are, they're going on the list. Larry Miller says, I got my last 2 proper presents after work today. I'm
That's
really jealous.
That's shopping, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really jealous of organised people. Frederick says to Larry, few people know it, but in the early draft, Santa / Father Christmas used to be a mysterious ent, and his hands had been replaced with metal shovels. His name was Scooper.
That's some deep dive reference in there.
And Larry says, just got 2 small supplementary presents to get, which I'll do on Christmas Eve, as I like to leave one for Christmas Eve. Why would you? He
likes to leave a present.
He likes to leave that.
That's.
Oh, see, your favourite thing to do at Christmas is my worst nightmare. Johnny says, thanks for reminding me that it's our anniversary on the 27th and I need to get a card before Christmas. I mean, before that, mate, it's my birthday.
It's all right, mate. You're welcome.
Before that, Johnny, my birthday on the 27th, mate.
Sometimes it feels like Johnny doesn't give a crap about your birthday. Isn't it?
It's rude. Larry says, I thought he was a dog, Frederick. And Larry also says, do you mean you and Damien's anniversary? ?
Hey.
Flipping heck. Let me highlight that bit so I know where I am. Sam says, having your birthday so close to Christmas is always a problem. When you're young, you have to wait all year to ask for anything. And when you get older, suddenly you need to come up with all the ideas at once. You know what used to bug me is like when You know, them aunties and uncles that you might see a couple of times a year.
Yeah.
Like my brothers and sisters, they'd get a present off them at Christmas and a present off them for their birthday because they got
Oh,
none.
oh,
I
don't.
hate it
Oh,
when it says
no.
Happy Christmas and Happy Birthday,
Oh, that
and
is
it's one present.
barbaric.
It's rude, mate.
Not double value either.
Yeah, just like rude.
That is horrible.
Winds me up. Winds
Can
me
I tell you about my cousin? So
no.
does this? She I like how you know that. I told you about my cousin. No, never told me any of the things about any of your cousins. She had a little girl on Christmas Day.
Mm.
Her name is Holly, which is quite cute.
Nice. Yeah.
And she said we will be celebrating her birthday on the 25th of June.
Yes.
And I said, no, you won't. I was just like, no, I'm out. It's like you'll get a birthday present. If you had sex in February, you have to deal with the consequences. Like you pretend or you were like, well, how long does that go on to? Like when she's a teenager, oh, my birthday's in June. And like, no, I'm out.
Well, we kind of had this conversation. Me and Anna have had this conversation about my birthday. Like we sort of said, shall we celebrate it in the summer, in the middle of the year, so we can do something in the summer.
No. No.
And I was kind of on board with it. It never really went any further than a conversation, but it is a good idea.
It's not a good idea.
Good idea.
I'll deal with it.
Ember Craig says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you, dude. Frederick says to Larry, that was Roland, in commas, Rudolph, the green-tailed Great Dane. Again, early drafts. Frederick also says, all it took for the whip thread to be up in time was to postpone the entire stream by a full day. Rafflecopter. In reality, it's a day late. That's why I messaged Damien and said, "Oh, I've messed up. I've done it the day after. We're going to have to change the stream."
Or it's like a month early. Right?
Yeah. Ember Craig, after the announcement post, was expecting Anna and Elsa outfits rather than Christmas jumpers and Santa beards.
Who's expecting what?
Anna and Elsa outfits. How does he know we've got those?
Stop looking through our bedroom.
Have you been talking to people?
I mean, what? Oh, because it's the thumbnail has got an Ariel and Ilsariel.
Larry says, like, how Die Hard feels like a Christmas film, but isn't one? Question mark. It kind of is though, because it's a Christmas party.
I mean,
what? All right, let's.
Yeah.
What is the sort of, you've got certain tick boxes to become a Christmas film. What, other than the film taking place at Christmas, what makes it a Christmas film?
Well, I'm one of the people who thinks Die Hard is a Christmas film, but I'm just wacky like that because it's a film that takes place on Christmas Eve, which is about the very spirit of Christmas and trying to get back to your family at Christmas, and it has constant references to Christmas and includes Christmas music.
Yeah. And Christmas lights on the dead guy.
Christmas, ho ho ho! Now I have a machine gun.
Yeah.
I mean, but the argument against, which Larry is already furiously typing, is that it didn't come out at Christmas. It wasn't released at Christmas. But
there's been a few like blatantly Christmas films that weren't released at Christmas though, aren't there?
Like Die Hard.
I mean, the Hallmark Channel has a new film every day based around Christmas.
Yeah, but I think they're all released. They're all released on December the 1st, are they? I do like them. Do you know what? I like putting that channel on and just you can watch it. Charlotte did it the other day where I just had that channel on while we were decorating, and she came back in. And she went, "Is this the same film?" I was like, "No, darling, this is 4 films later, but it does look remarkably similar."
They all have the exact same.
Is this another busy city girl who's moved out to a small town?
has gone back to where she went to high school in this little town. Absolutely. And her ex-boyfriend works in a hardware store.
Well, does it turn out that the boyfriend she's with might not be the man for her, and the friendly lumberjack is in fact the love of her life? But
hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what it's saying.
Well, no, yeah, they're good. I like them. I like letting them sit, putting them on, and letting them wash over to you. Adam Troke, he reviews them. Are you friends with him on Facebook?
I've seen it. Yeah.
So he does reviews of these films, like really in-depth reviews, and he says like that for him the most wonderful quality of them, the most powerful quality is that they're utterly devoid of peril, which I love as a concept. It's like you just can't. You don't have to worry in the slightest about any. There is just no threat or peril whatsoever in any of them, and that's a very Christmassy thing.
They're them kind of things that where you just find yourself watching the whole film when in reality, in your head, you said, I'm just going to sit here and drink this cup of tea for 5 minutes and I'm going to go and do all the things I need to do.
Yeah.
But in reality, what you've done is you've sat down on the couch for 2 hours and watched a film that you knew exactly what was going to happen.
But I think like Ghostbusters 2 is a Christmas film. That's a Christmas film all day long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Set at Christmas. The
Excuse
Statue of
me.
Liberty smashes the thing in, and New Year's Eve. It's the thing that destroys the ghost is the spirit of New Year, of the people coming together and singing Old Lang Syne. It's all day long, mate. All day long.
Where are we here? Jakey says, I am indeed Jake Pollard. I am already in the chat. Sent you a message with address today.
Wonderful. Great news.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't think you were in it. I thought I scrolled through it and I couldn't see you in there. Sorry, Jakey.
Well, welcome, Jakey.
And welcome again.
Frederick says, still 4 days. Get your dates right. All right. God, he's not correcting me on grammar. He's correcting me on me.
He is
calendar
correcting
keeper.
He is correcting your pronunciation and calendar keeper.
I've got a new watcher called Emma O'Brien.
What?
Who's the handsome guest star you have on tonight? Oh, this guy with a white beard. This guy?
Are you joking?
No.
Is she in?
Yeah, she's in.
Oh God, what have I said? Oh, amazing! Emma's in. She's for anyone like slightly confused about this, she's not here. Her and Charlotte are still back at our place. Oh,
she's missed you. She's missing you that much.
I said the beard was good, right? I said the beard was good.
You said the beard was ace.
We're golden. We're golden. Also, hang on Frederick, right? It's the 20th.
Yeah.
Even in Germany, it's still the 20th.
I think he's going to be that. He's going to have that pedantic argument about you don't count the 25th because we're saying I said 5 days till, and it's not. It's 4 days till.
But it's more than 4 days till Christmas. Because you got you got all of the 21st, all of the 22nd, all of the 23rd, and all of the 24th. That's 4 days, 4 full days.
Yeah.
And then 2 and a bit hours. So it's more than 4 days.
Yeah, it's in your face, Frederick.
I'd say that's 5 days till Christmas.
I'd say 5 days. Because we're on 20th and it's 25th. We met at a BSIME meetup in 2022. Haha, says Warwick Griggs.
Yeah, I know. Or I was.
He was there.
I was referring to like maybe something else. You know, almost like we haven't met at all recently, for example.
Like when you got to put your bins out and there's someone hiding in your alleyway. That kind of meeting. Frederick says to Emma O'Byrne, please don't scare him. And then Sam says...
Oh, she did a bit,
yeah. Sam says, Steve, Emma. Johnny says, it was me showing Steve my elephant impression. Turns pockets inside out.
Oh,
come on. You're better than that, Johnny. You're better than that.
That's a shame.
You're better than that.
Oh, you with a baby. No.
You're a dad now, mate. Come on. Made me feel dirty reading it. Emma says, Frederick would give him the shock of his life if I walked in on him tonight. I'm home and he's at his parents. Well done for saying nice things when I don't think you realise yet I'm watching.
Absolutely cool. Just like I do every time, Steve.
I tell you,
right?
if you look in a dictionary under brownie points, that's there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Always
do that.
That's money in the bank, that, mate.
Absolutely.
That's money in the bank, that. It's jumped, mate. It's jumped. Sam says Sixth Sense.
Is that about Emma or something?
Sixth Sense.
I think he's saying that I was nice about her. I must have kind of had a feeling she was out there.
Okay.
The great eye is always watching.
Aaron Noonan says, does Emma know not to put it in the dishwasher?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's her. No, hang on. It's not her. It's definitely not her.
Emma wouldn't do that.
She
would not do that.
No,
she would not do that.
No way. Must be my dad. Must be my dad.
Matt Hudson says to Emma, that would just make for an even greater scare. And as if by magic, Emma says, I would never dare put it in the dishwasher. You're right. Let's blame Dadams.
See, don't you think let's blame Dadams sounds a bit like she's admitting it might have been her?
It sounds a bit sinister. It sounds a bit, like.
If that just said you're right, I would never dare put it in the dishwasher. I think.
Dot
Okay,
dot.
But you're right. I'd never put it in the dishwasher. Let's blame Dadams. Has inklings of, oh God, maybe I put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, I mean, all it's missing is a winky face, isn't it?
Rufflecopter at the bottom.
Yeah. She thought, I can't put a winky face because it's a written confession. Larry says, that does mean you will be haunted by 3 penguin jokes. Expect the first tonight when the bell tolls 10. Expect the second the next hour. The third when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Well, no one will hear it if you give us the third at 12, mate, because I'll be in bed. I'll be in bed. Mr. Haskellskin, he says, good evening all and
Michael
happy Christmas.
Haskell's,
Happy Christmas, Michael. I hope you are well and all set for the festive period, my friend. Joel Kelly says, Merry Christmas. From the States, we've been without power and internet for a couple of days due to a bad storm, but it just came back on now and I can stream along. A Christmas miracle.
And he couldn't have. I remember him saying that yesterday. He sent an email. I think it was an email saying that he couldn't have watched it yesterday. You see, so the cancellation has helped there. Well, I hope you're all right, Joe.
We had a word, Joe, for you. We had a word with him. We said, "Whoa, come on, America! You've got 24 hours. We've cancelled our stream just to for you to catch up." The U in versed is pronounced like the O in door. The O-U...
What?
What?
So he's saying okay, so the U in versed is pronounced like the O in door. So he's saying it's Bratwurst.
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 The O in door. The O-U in etc. or the O-O in boost. It's not Brat...
the O-O in etc. There's no O-O in it. I'm going to go with Frederick on this. You're reading that wrong. There is no O-O in etc.
No, the O-U in you, etc. Did I not say that?
You said
Mate, it's been a long day. I've been up since 5.
Wow.
You.
Which bit?
Well, the O-U in you sounds like you.
Yeah, but what's he saying that is in?
He could have just said it sounds like you. The word you.
But what bit of Bratverse is
that? He didn't have to take the Y off it.
What bit of Bratwurst is that?
I don't know, mate. The U in versed is pronounced like the O in door.
Yeah, okay, Bratwurst.
The O-U in you, etc. Or the O-O in boost. It's not Bratwurst, it's Bratwurst. The U is very renounced, but like in German.
Door is different to you. Unless it's not in German, unless it's the same sound. See, for us, door, the O-O in door is different to the O-U in you. It's U and O. But maybe in German,
door
and you, do. Maybe German's like Scottish. Open the door.
Shut the door.
Or your. Or your.
God knows.
Do, not, hang on, I'm getting to comments. Not you, oo. That doesn't help.
don't read it, mate. You'll be more confused.
Right. It says oo in you, O in do, oo in boost. I don't think he's saying oo. He's saying oo. I don't think
Bratwurst.
Yeah.
Bratwurst.
And he's saying do, not door. Have you changed do to door in your comment reading?
Oh, it says do. I thought right, okay. Do so do and you. Right.
See, okay, I told you, Frederick. I'll always back Frederick over your ability to read. It's just people go, it's do, not door, Steve. So it's do, so it's oo. So it's
stinky eyes, mate.
Bratwurst. He's saying Bratwurst.
Right. Okay. I'm going to clear this up right now, Frederick. It might be Bratwurst.
I can't read.
It might be Bratwurst, where you're from.
Bratwurst sounds really strange.
It's Bratwurst, my friend.
Bratwurst is. I didn't even.
And Bratwurst sounds way cooler.
Bratwurst. That is interesting.
Bratwurst.
I have a text from Emma. Oh. Taking Charlotte up to bed. We've been waiting that long for our comments to be read out. She wants to stay up until you are finished. Oh, babe. Night, Charlotte. If you're still out there, love you.
Sweet dreams. Not long now till Christmas. That
That was a nice cameo.
Let me find that long message of Frederick correcting me.
Do not door. Do not door. Stop saying door. Stop adding.
I was like, door.
That's like 50% longer. It's not.
Rob Lynchbury's in. He says, "Evening all and Merry Christmas," and he has a little Santa emoji, which is very cool.
You love to see it.
Sam says, "I remember my highlight of the women's being merrier, saving the penalty, and even those of us who were terrible lit readers being able to understand what she was telling."
Yeah.
Joel Kelly says, "Are we really having a Christmas Day stream, or is that just a rumor? I would need to plan dinner over here on the smoker."
Larry is cackling into his duct tape as we speak. No, we're not having a Christmas Day stream.
Not a chance.
I think all being even, we'd both love to, but we'd just also love to not get divorced.
Yeah.
It would inevitably be super, super fun, but nah.
Yeah. Michael says, "Penny and I plan to watch the last two parts of the BBC One drama Vigil." Is that the...
new one.
Is that the second series of the first Vigil?
Yeah. So Vigil set on the submarine, which was really, really good. And we've got it queued up because my mum watched it and me and Emma watched the first one, and we're going to watch it all together over Christmas.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
it's really good.
Watch it over Christmas. Yeah, the first season was good.
And everyone from Game of Thrones in it. It was Game of Thrones and Line of Duty. That was it. It was like everyone had been in Game of Thrones because it's a Jed Mercurio thing, isn't it? I think. It felt like everyone had ever been in Game of Thrones or Line of Duty was all in Vigil.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very good.
So started earlier than planned, and I'm late joining the rearranged live stream. Well, you're always more than welcome, Michael. You know that.
It did have the. I'll be curious to see what they do in the second season because it was a bit like Die Hard or something where it felt like one season. You know, the first one. This isn't a big spoiler. The first one, she's trapped on a submarine, but then let's imagine at the end, one way or the other, that character is not on a submarine anymore. It's like, well, she can't be trapped on a submarine again. It's like, you know, in Die Hard, it's like, what's going to happen? It's like, well, now he's trapped in an airport. And like Steven, you know, when they did Under Siege, with Steven Seagal trapped on a boat, and then Under Siege 2, he's trapped on a train. You know, so I don't know quite what they're going to do, but I'll be curious.
Ruth Sin, Fly Mammal, Waves, Merry Christmas, Ruth. I hope you guys are good. Frederick says, "Okay, cool. You pay for the markup. That's nice."
We are nice. We're nice.
Yeah, we're nice.
Well, we're also saying thank you for all your support. So,
Larry says, "Come on, the Australians to win. I enjoy the chaos of it. I love working Christmas Eve. The stress and panic in the air is magic." Sam says, "I celebrated my 21st in the summer so that we could do it all outside." That's kind of where we were.
Doing it outside, that's a bit dangerous, though, isn't it? It depends where you...
First time, my friend. Matt Hudson says, "Steve, don't indulge him." What was I indulging you in?
I think that's to Larry. I think that was something, doesn't it? Right, Steve? Are we going for beef sandwich or...
Beef sandwich, mate.
Strawberry gatto cake?
It's got to be a beef sandwich.
What do we think
you're opening it?
What do we think that actually is?
Mate, it's a beef
paste. Is it cake? Is it cake?
It's a beef paste sandwich. Look at it.
Beef paste.
It's beef.
Cream good. Fruit good. Beef good.
So good.
This one's not white. This one looks normal Kit Kat colour.
Does it smell beefy? Does it smell like OXO?
I don't think it's beef. I don't know what that is.
Just sweet cake.
It's quite nice. I'll say this, mate. They all genuinely taste like different, like things I haven't tasted before.
Yeah, they don't
like
mess
really,
about.
like
in
really
Japan,
different
mate, they don't
flavors.
mess about.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what's weird? Here's one for you. You know, in the summer, I had a couple of little holidays. One of them was going over to Ireland, and obviously, when you're in Ireland, Ireland's still part of the EU. Their McDonald's, their menu's different. They get all like the stuff the Europeans get. So like when you go on holiday to Spain or Portugal or something, they have like cool stuff. Like you still get a McRib and things like that.
And you get a Big Mac.
And ever since I've come back, right, on Facebook, you know, every time there's like you get adverts as you're scrolling through, I keep getting McDonald's adverts, but for things that we don't have on our menu. So it's just like rubbing it in still.
That's grim.
Yeah.
What do you highlight more Fang Brown with, my friend?
Monfang. Let me have a look.
Can you have a look? What?
I'm trying to look what colour
I
Monfang
was going
brown
to say
looks
that.
like.
It's the reddy brown. It's the base. It's the bright base ring colour.
I don't know. I'd probably just add a little bit of yellow to it.
I've got I can do some towel light ochre into it.
Yeah, something a bit yellowy. Yeah, just to line out.
It's a one-off. It's a Christmas model. Let's do what we want.
Yeah.
I'm happy to take some advice from my good friend Stephen.
Yeah. Larry says the main thing is that Christmas has to be integral to it. You have to be unable to remove the Christmas without massively changing it. What? The main thing is that Christmas has to be integral to it. You have to be unable to remove the Christmas without massively changing it.
I think you could do that.
Oh, film.
Yeah.
Film.
I think you could do that to almost anything. Like Die Hard.
Yeah.
So what's he saying? He could just be going to stay with his ex-wife
an office party
in June.
Yeah.
And going to just a different party in the office.
I mean, Home Alone. They could just be going on the summer spring break,
going away, couldn't they?
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life. It could just be someone who's sad and doesn't think he's got anything worth living for. In June.
Yeah.
I think, that seems silly to me.
Larry then says February the 3rd here, July the 15th, I believe, in America. Is that the release date?
Die Hard release date.
Yeah. Jakey says rule of thumb in our house is that Christmas has to be essential to the plot. Harry Potter has Christmas parts, but not a Christmas film.
Yeah, I agree.
Die Hard 100% is.
Yeah, I agree with that. Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, they're not Christmas films, even though Harry Potter has Christmas in it.
It does, yeah.
I completely agree with that. I think Jakey's he knows what's what.
He's hit the nail on the head. Yeah. Rob says, what are everyone's New Year's hobby resolutions? Mine is to try and attend more tournaments with underused and heroes such as Kyrian, the Tainted, or Golden King. More theme and fluff for me next.
Who is that saying?
Rob Lainsbury.
Very
nice. I've not really thought about it much, but it's going to be on similar lines to you because this year my hobby has just been almost non-existent. So yeah, I think that'll be something I'll try and put more effort into.
Without backing you into a cage, you're coming to the GT, right?
Yep.
So there's an event.
Well, I've got a ticket.
Yeah.
That's the first step.
It is?
Yeah. It'll be super cool. We're looking forward to it.
I don't really I don't know. I don't have any. I think my ones are likely to be the same ones I always have, which are paint 100 models, complete hobby bingo, and reduce my backlog by 5%. Those are my goals.
Nice. Jakey says rule of thumb in our... Oh, don't know. Michael Haskell says Larry, Penny works at the Entertainer, has similar stories reference last-minute shoppers. At least this year, though, she isn't working Christmas Eve as the store doesn't open on Sundays.
Oh,
that's a bit of a loophole.
I would have thought they would have done. I would have thought they would have.
I would have thought Christmas Eve trumps anything else.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Larry says it could have been a party at any other time of the year. Christmas Eve is legitimately my favourite day of the year to work.
That's nice. I imagine there's some nice bits about it, about celebrating it and being out with people and stuff. But I imagine you also get some very stressed people.
Yeah. Emma O'Byrne says, laughing, been watching for ages.
I think that's before the text I've read out.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it's jumped. Frederick says, yes, 24 minus 20 equals 4, guys. Do you even maths?
It's not Christmas Day.
When I was young, says Michael Haskell, pre-streaming, pre-DVD, pre-VHS, Christmas evening was the big movie moment. Great memory was The Sting shown on Christmas Day 1979, mate. And my brother and I were taken in hook, line, and sinker.
I was having this chat with someone, I think at work, saying that without sounding, I say without sounding, without meaning to sound like a grumpy old man, but I will. Kids these days will never ever understand. One of the things that has been taken away is the joy of movies at Christmas.
Yeah.
The absolute genuine thrill of getting that Radio Times and seeing the new films that are going to be on and all the old films that you hadn't seen at any other part of the year you would only see at Christmas, and and it's inarguably better now. You can almost watch any film at any time. But
do you remember when was it the radio? Was it the radio where it used to say if it was the first time I'd ever been on telly, it would say premiere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Premiere, yeah.
And it would be like there would be tentpole, flagpole. Can't remember what I'm trying to say there. Films on Christmas Day. There'd be like massive films. It would be a big deal to get them, and that's changed like forever, really quick, like really quick.
Well, so much has changed in this in our generation. When you think about it, I was talking not long ago about black phones. What we were saying. Well, that was it. Because I can remember having like a Motorola or one of the first Nokias or something, and I remember being in the pub, and my friend I was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, I'm sending such and such a text." I was like, "Just ring them. Just ring them. Why would you want a text? Just ring them. Why would you do that? Why would anyone want to do that?"
Although, what I love about that is, as much as it's changed, what was it, yesterday you rang me and just said, it's easier than texting, isn't it?
It is.
It's still there, man. But phones have changed more gradually, because phones have gradually taken over the last 30 years, and the text changed. Whereas the film thing feels like it's changed in the last 10 years. So the fact that now no one would give a crap what films are on TV.
Because everything's on demand now.
And I think 10 years ago, it still would have been the same. This would have been the same excitement about it.
Yeah.
I think
there's loads of things like that. I mean, it's like the thing about going to concerts now. And I think you've heard a few artists mention, and a few like bands and artists have tried to ban like mobile phones and stuff at gigs. They're never going to be able to, but just because people are not enjoying the moment, they've got their phones out and they're recording it, and
that's why I think Secret Cinema is so good. I've only done what have I done 2. We did the Dirty Dance one recently, and they have those phone pouch things. So you put your phones in a lockable pouch, and then you keep them on you. And obviously, if you have an emergency, you can go and see someone, but you can't film anything there, which A means you have to take it all in, and B means you can't see anything from it unless you've been there. And it's cool. It's a good thing. And it also means that people aren't on their phones, checking stuff they don't need to check. But anyway, I don't want to have a rant about that. I want to have a rant about movies at Christmas.
So for me, big films can easily be Christmas ones, says Michael Haskell. Kieran Townsend says, just joining, evening all. How you doing, Kieran? Frederick says, oh, you in you, in do.
I think this is the comment. Boost, this is what food. I started reading. This is the explanation. So we're all good.
Not you.
These are not new comments. We've done this. This is what I've cracked. All right.
This is getting out of hand, says Frederick. Do, not door. It's do or not door, Steve. Do, not door. Lol. Joel Kelly says, too funny. It's not Bratverse, it's Bratverse. You both sound like Hermione Granger. Leviosa.
Not Leviosa, it's Leviosa.
Frederick says, also, the A isn't short. It's not Bratversed. It's Brat1T versed.
Now, can I just confirm before I try that one? Are you sure he's typed Bratverse? Are you sure he hasn't typed something like dog? I just want to check that you have read the correct word.
How am I saying it different? Bratverse. How would that sound different if it had one T in it? It'd still say Bratverse.
Steve, honestly, Matt, I'm just assuming that all the words you're saying are incorrect at this point. So it's impossible for me to judge.
It would be versed. You still need the R sound. I am saying the R sound. Bratversed.
Wurst. I think
Wurst. Same thing. We're saying the same thing, mate.
Wurst. That Wurst.
Wurst.
That's impossible to say. You can't say that.
Oh, God. Thomas Harrison is in. He says, popping in briefly to say Merry Christmas, dudes. Merry Christmas, man. If you're still here, Thomas, which you probably not, but
have I got a Thomas Harrison story for you?
Go on.
Check this out. I think I can show this. I don't think we'll get sued.
It's not
Thomas Harrison said, guess who I was sat behind on the plane home? And I'll give you a.
Where was he on the plane home from?
Well, I've got a picture, so I think I think I should show you the picture first.
Okay.
This is his Pat moment. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Don't know. Kind of looks a bit like me, to be honest.
It is guessable. Now, I'm not saying this is easy, but it is guessable, and it's obviously relevant to our interests.
I haven't got a clue.
Would you like me to tell you where he was on the plane home from?
Yes.
He was on the plane home from Scotland.
Still nothing.
Come on, think about it. He sent it to me.
Andy Murray?
It's Andy Murray. he was sitting behind Andy Murray's entire family. And I was like, did you show him a photo of me and say, like, you look like a thin version of this guy? Like, apparently he didn't. Unbelievable, Seas. What a choke from Harrison.
Larry Miller says, Christmas Day stream confirmed. Joe Kelly says, hey, it's Tom Harrison from SBG magazine.
It's that one. That one.
It's that guy.
That guy.
Haskell says, we were uncertain as to how they'd pull off a Vigil season 2, but we both really enjoyed it. It'd be interesting to see what others think when they catch up. Yeah, I'm like Damien, and we will be watching it over the Christmas period when we're both off. It's just been crazy, but
it's crazy.
Yeah. Larry says, there was 3 Australians to win for the markup. What's that about?
He's talking about he wants 3 Australian patrons to win. So that...
Oh, right. Frederick says, I thought doing it outside was an Entmoot stroke cattle bumper thing.
Did you see the dogging videos?
No.
It's so good. It's 2 of them. There's one from Battle Camper and one from Harry. And they're camping outside and they camp at a dogging hotspot.
Oh no!
And Harry's is just brilliant. He had me crying. It's just him in a tent, scared of him, like constantly trying to go to sleep, and doggers just keep driving up to his tent. It's so good. I stopped. I couldn't paint. I stopped because I was just laughing so much.
Aaron asks, Damien, is SBG Mag 12, 13 or 14 still available?
They certainly are. I would hope that Tom Harrison has done the Lord's good work and sent you an email.
He's not been too sidetracked by following tennis players from Scotland.
Certainly, we still got those. If you drop us an email at sbgmagazine@gmail.com, we'll get them sent out to you.
Cool.
We also, given we've mentioned it, this seems like a segue because I've got it here. We also have available, and I feel like I need to mention this in terms of what we've been up to. This, dear fellow,
very cool,
which is the physical version of our Advent issue. So for any fans out there, you may remember, Steve will remember this from 2019. We did it as a PDF online version. We've got a print run done. It is now available and it's limited. We don't. I'm not. I'll always. With Tarrier, we said we weren't going to reprint it, and we never did. This is slightly, I disagree with this, but it's probably got a slightly broader appeal than the Tarrier one. But we don't currently plan to get it reprinted. So once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
And it has been easily. Tom Harrison might be if he's still out there, he might be furiously typing stats. It's been our fastest selling issue ever, which is really weird. And we shifted like 150 in about 4 weeks. And what we've also got is a little club. We've got a Facebook group. So anyone who's got one of these, we've got a little private Facebook group, and every day we're putting a thing about the article up and having a little chat about it. So that every day there are 24 articles in here from different members of the community. Wonderful articles, and you can. The idea is that you read along as you're nibbling away on your Advent chocolate. So these are out there. They are available. And once they're gone, they're gone. So I hope anyone out there who's got it is enjoying it. And yeah, like if you're interested in SBG, if you followed the mag, pick them up because
it's a very cool one.
Yeah, indeed.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Do you know what day we're on? I'm sure you know what day we're on because we're on day 20. But we're on the battle report. We're on the battle report of our custom scenario. Steve, I don't know if you have any experience of that battle report.
Yeah, might have had a little game of it. Yeah.
Any cheeky plugs for it?
I think people. I think everyone who's in the chat is fully aware that there is a battle report of said battle report in video form on Top Table Gaming. Go and check it out now. I can't be bothered finding a link. I did it last time. Sam says Entmoot and Battle Camper are more observers than participants. Larry says French Burger King did really good wings. They can get wings.
Thank you.
French Burger King.
Thank you very much.
I can see they've got 2 normal cups.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Tea delivery.
I love chicken wings. I could eat chicken wings till come out of my ears. Hello, Daddy Auburn.
That one. After envelopes as well.
Ah,
He's exchanging tea for envelopes.
Okay.
it's always after something, he is. Joe Achilles says, Mornfang, then Scrag.
Oh, I don't think I brought Scrag back.
Larry says, Die Hard's basic plot has become a staple that has nothing to do with Christmas. I also don't think Home Alone is a Christmas film. What?
This is the problem, you see.
Wash your filthy mouth out. Dave Walker, I've just put a load of washes on my elves I'm working on. I'm up early, so I may have to call it there. Enjoy the rest of the stream, folks, and good luck with the prizes. Thanks for joining us, Dave. Get pictures of them in the whip thread and we'll have a look if you're still here. Rich Slammer says, I find this integral to the pot.
Integral.
Integral, there you go. I need to sort my eyes. I don't think my
Oh no,
glasses
he's
work.
saying it's integral.
I don't think
isn't
my
it?
glasses work anymore.
Is it integral? I think he said
No, I think it's supposed to be say integral, but it says integral. But a bit. I mean, Die Hard could be about coming home for Thanksgiving. Home Alone about going away for Thanksgiving. Yeah.
This is what we said. These are
Yeah.
comments obviously before what we said. These are the problem.
Larry says, "What do penguins wear to the beach?"
Oh, great. Okay. What do penguins wear to the beach?
Trunks.
Flippers.
Flippers.
Flipper flops. Flipper flops.
Penguins.
What do you think?
Yeah, Rich Clement corrects himself. Integral. Michael Haskell says the entertainer is owned by a Christian and he wants his staff to not have to work Sundays, even if it happens to be Christmas Eve. I see a bit of balance in business decision making.
Yeah.
I think someone should let Larry know he's not in on Christmas Eve. I love the way you can watch an old TV film or TV show, says Larry. It looks fairly modern until someone whips out a flip phone. I used to love my flip phone. Sam says, I'll be working Christmas day night, so if we aren't busy, then we'll have a gander for the Christmas film. Martin, there's a linguist that talks about this. Younger millennials are digital natives. Us, around 35 to 45-ish, are the only generation with both analog childhood and digital from teenage years onward. It is an interesting generation.
We are.
Try saying it as Bratwurst roll, lol, Rufflecopter.
I think he's saying there's an R after the A, so it's Brat rather than Brat, I think is the point.
Bratwurst.
And it's Wurst, isn't it? Bratwurst.
It's got Voorst. Bratwurst.
I'm really struggling to say that.
I mean, Bratwurst sounds better. Let's be honest.
I mean, that says an awful lot genuinely about your native tongue as well. That the word that is a German word that he's obviously explaining how to say it properly. We might actually struggle to say it. It might be easy to say it if he's actually there telling you how to say it. But
yeah, if he was there saying it, I could just repeat what he says.
That your tongue's just not used to saying the sounds.
But at the same time, Bratwurst just takes too long to say, in my opinion.
Well, that's my point. That it wouldn't take a German that long to say it, would it?
Is that a non-fat Damien? Asked Larry.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's Andy Murray.
Destro, Houstonian greetings all. Welcome, brother. Larry says, shouldn't that be massively discounted like all advent calendars in December?
Oh, well, this one lasts till next year.
T-Max Tiberius made it. Merry Christmas all. Merry Christmas, dude. And Michael Axel says, Damien, surely one of your 2024 objectives must be to come up with a Toriel Christmas crossover SBG magazine issue for a year's time. Larry Miller gives us the answer to his joke, flipper flops.
Oh, I got it.
That's poor, that, Larry.
It's not poor. Shut up, I got it right.
It's poor. It's poor. Because there's no such thing as flipper flops, is there? It's flip flops.
Yeah, that's how puns work, mate.
No, it's not a pun.
What do you mean no?
No, it's not a pun.
It's exactly how cracker jokes work.
No, it's not a Damien got it, he says. It's poor.
Oh, right, you did.
I'm not letting you have that. If this was, the whip thread, that would not be in.
Not letting me have it.
Rich Clemmer says, if it's set at Christmas, it's a Christmas movie. End of.
Yeah.
No way home then, Richard, says Larry. Batman Returns. Mike Pascal, I'm definitely from the analog generation. Black and white, vision and mono sound were still a thing when I was a wee soul.
Dude. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, and
no.
I'm on my second can.
No.
So,
I think I've just finished Bilbo's coat as well. So
well, that's handy. So I'm going to hand over to Mr. O'Byrne. I'm going to open this can of Coke.
Hands of cunt!
I'm going to open my Bratwurst crisps.
I think you've nailed it. I think that's it. I think that was the word. That was the single. Bratwurst!
Excuse me, love. Excuse me. How much are these Bratwurst crisps?
That man's back again. Do you know what I think we should do?
Mate, can I just say?
You may. Whatever it is, you may. Whatever it is, Steve, you can.
That was a lovely intro to the chat. A lovely intro to the chat. It took a while to get through. There's a lot of it, which you like.
It's nice to chat to our friends. Christmas.
Right. Oh, it's smelly. You do smell good. You don't smell like bratwurst though. Bratwurst. I mean,
Julian, any clues on what that was? I quite liked it. You know what I think we should do? I think we should give away our first prize.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to go over to our Patreon tab. Very happy to confirm that we have no new patrons. I would far rather these went to people who've supported us for a while.
They're funny taste, these.
What's funny is the beef pie Kit Kat at the same. I'm gonna. That is really quite pulley on my ears. If I'm honest. Show of plastic. That was not designed to be worn for 4 hours. So this is going to be. We haven't done one of these in a while. Normally we used to give away basically any big new release, didn't we? Any supplement or whatever. They stopped releasing things. Yeah. So it's been a while since we used the Pot of Destiny. So there may be patrons out there who have not experienced it. But within here are the names of 117 patrons. I'm going to pop this bad boy off. They're all in there. And it's, I'm not going to lie, mate. You've got...
Look at Joe's comment.
That's because he's not a digital native. He doesn't understand that. Although, do you know what's fascinating about that? I can't hear the crisp crunching. That's because
I've just put my mic on mute.
Is your mic on mute now? Because I haven't heard any crisp crunching. Unmute your mic. Yeah, see, so Zoom is cancelling the crisps crunching for me, which is amazing. But then they are obviously picking up the crisps on your microphone.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Weird.
So Steve, it's been a while, but we've only really got a finger that can go into the Pot of Destiny this time. So at Christmas, so feel free.
Wish people couldn't hear that.
I'll do pinch. I'll do these two. All right, come on. These two are going down. All right. What? Stop it.
Go on, just grab, mate. Just go for it.
Yeah, you got to direct me, otherwise it's not random.
Right, take it out. Take it out before you do it. Right, put your palm over the top first. Give it a shake. Let's make this fair, man.
I agree. And thank you for telling me to put my palm over the top as well, because otherwise that would have been an absolute disaster.
Yeah, and then back.
Back? Yeah, love it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go in. Straight in. I want you to rotate clockwise. Just keep doing it until it gets uncomfortable.
There's a little raised bit.
Right, okay. Now I want you to mix them up like this, like walking, like you're walking.
Like you're walking.
Yeah. Now grab one. Grab
one. Oh, I've pushed them all to the sides. It's actually quite tricky. Oh, I think I have one. So this is for the £30. Yeah. I have one.
30.
I have a name.
GBP.
I have a name. I do not believe it.
Who is it?
It's Max Malice.
Whee!
Max Bolter Drill. long time patron, very
Yeah.
very well deserving.
Naked mud wrestler.
Don't
by the way.
believe he's in the chat. I haven't seen him in there.
Yeah,
Lurking.
Max
Has he been in?
He said hello early on, yeah.
Wonderful. And there you go, Max. You have won £30. A £30 shopping spree on BSIME. Lives in the UK. 2 more of those to come. Congratulations, Max. Merry Christmas. Thank you for all your support. Love you, my brother.
Well done.
And yeah,
A king among men.
absolutely. And we have 2 more of those to come. A £40 one and a £55 one. It's worth caveating. Excuse me. Max is now out of the draw. You can only win one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
There we go. So, shall I jump into the Father Christmas letters? Shall we do our deep dive?
Yeah, you do that because I'm eating.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna whilst I'm chewing, I'm muting because I don't want to irritate people.
Absolutely. Any more so? So, obviously, you can comment at any point about that. Hudson's just written the GW self Furbies. Obviously, you can comment anything about the Father Christmas letters as well. But in terms of the chat, while this is going on, why not tell us your kind of hobby hopes for Christmas as well? Might be nice. Like, are you planning on doing any big? Sometimes people get together for big games. I saw Clubly today playing a really big sort of Minister of game. Or is there anything you're hoping is underneath the tree, much as Kelly Clarkson once wished? And that kind of thing. What's your hobby? Your hobby Christmas looking like? That'd be good. So I wanted to talk about this because it's the season. Are you familiar with these? Do you know these? Have you read this? You know anything about this?
Nope.
It's all new to you. So the Letters from Father Christmas is a book of letters that Tolkien wrote to his kids from Father Christmas. And obviously it's not set in Middle Earth, but there are kind of connections. And I thought it might be fun just to dive into it as 'tis the season, all that. So it's super cool. It feels quite long. That it's what is it? It's just under 200 pages, but it's full of pictures, and I'll show you some of the pictures a bit later. But I just wanted to kind of like dive into a few of these. They're basically letters, and they're letters that were written between 1920 and 1943. And I think there's some really interesting stuff to dig into here. So if I just jump in straight with the introduction, because it's very, very short, this kind of sets it up. To the children of J.R.R. Tolkien, the interest and importance of Father Christmas extended beyond his filling of their stockings on Christmas Eve. But he wrote a letter to them every year in which he described in words and pictures his house, his friends, and the events, hilarious and alarming, at the North Pole. The first of the letters came in 1920 when John, the eldest, was 3 years old, and for over 20 years, through the childhoods of the other 3 children, Michael, Christopher, and Priscilla, they continued to arrive each Christmas. Sometimes the envelopes dusted with snow and bearing polar postage stamps were found in the house on the morning after his visit. Sometimes the postman brought them, and the letters that the children wrote themselves vanished from the fireplace when no one was about. As time went on, Father Christmas's household became larger, and whereas at first little is heard of anyone else except the North Polar Bear, later on there appear snow elves, red gnomes, snowmen, cave bears, and the polar bear's nephews, Paxu and Valtukuta, who came on a visit and never went away. But the polar bear remained Father Christmas's chief assistant and the chief cause of the disasters that led to muddles and deficiencies in the Christmas stockings. And sometimes he wrote on the letters his comments in angular capitals. Eventually, Father Christmas took on as his secretary an elf named Ilbereth, which I would suggest might sound quite a lot like Elbereth. And in the later letters, elves play an important part in the defense of Father Christmas's house and store cellars against attacks by goblins. In this book are presented numerous examples of Father Christmas's shaky handwriting, and almost all the pictures that he sent are here reproduced. Also included is the alphabet that the polar bear devised from the goblin drawings on the walls of the caves where he was lost, and the letter that he sent to the children written in. So I'll just read you a kind of couple of the early ones because they start off very, very short. So this is the first one, 1920. Dear John, I heard you ask Daddy what I was like and where I lived. I have drawn me and my house for you. Take care of the picture. I'm just off now for Oxford with my bundle of toys, some for you. Hope I shall arrive in time. The snow is very thick at the North Pole tonight. Your loving Father Christmas. I'll show you some of the pictures under the camera in a bit because they are absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous. But rather than flicking backwards and forwards, we'll do these first. And then 1923. My dear John, it is very cold today and my hand is very shaky. I am 1924. No, 7 years old on Christmas Day. I thought that was fascinating. So this is how old Father Christmas is, and it's in 1923. Now, Tolkien was a Christian. So if he's 1924, he's saying he was born at the birth of Christ, basically, which I think is kind of interesting and perhaps not surprising. But then he changes it to 7.
Mm.
So he changes his birth date to 3 years before the birth of Christ. And I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows anything about that. Is there possibly, I don't know if there's any theologians out there, but I wonder if Jesus is actually meant to have been born 2003 years ago. Does that make sense? Or now 2026 years ago. You see what I mean? I wonder if that's actually a very clever correction based on something. I don't really know. But it's interesting. I think that he ages himself as 2000.
Yeah.
Lots older than your great grandfather. So I can't stop the pen wobbling. But I hear that you're getting so good at reading that I expect you'll be able to read my letter. I send you lots of love and lots for Michael too, and lots bricks too, and those are capitalized, which are called that because there are lots more for you to have next year if you let me know in good time. So I think lots bricks are like a brand of toy. I think they are prettier and stronger and tidier than picker bricks. So I hope you will like them. Now I must go. It's a lovely fine night, and I've got hundreds of miles to go before morning. There is such a lot to do. A cold kiss from Father Nicholas Christmas. So these kind of go on, and I think they're lovely. I think they're a lovely, lovely thing to. There's kind of parenting goals here, particularly when you see them. The kind of like level of effort that he's going to as a father for his children, which I think is quite nice. And I don't want to sound like a bad parent, but it's like it's cool that it's cool that he's doing it, but you know he didn't have a lot else to do. Right? They didn't have the internet. They didn't have the tech. It's like I just sound like a dreadful parent. I'm hoping you back me up here. I haven't got the time to draw, and it's not even writing them. Typing the emails, it would be one thing, but you wait till you see what they look like, and they're just beautiful, beautiful gifts. And how lovely for his kids, I think, to kind of get these every year. So they kind of go on, and there's this, and then things start. He clearly. He becomes a bit Tolkien about it, where he starts turning it into this grand tale. So you only get one of these once a year, but it starts becoming like a serial. Like every year, it refers back to what happened the year before, and this is cool. So you have, but isn't the North Polar Bear silly? This is from 1926. Isn't the North Polar Bear silly? And isn't he a bit sorry? Of course he did it. You remember I had to move last year because of him. The tap for turning on the Rory Bory A-list fireworks, Rory Borealis fireworks, is still in the cellar in my old house. The North Polar Bear knew he must never touch it. I only let it off on special days like Christmas. He says he thought it was cut off since we moved. Anyway, he was nosing around the ruins this morning soon after breakfast and turned on all the northern lights for 2 years in one go. You have never heard or seen anything like it. I've tried to draw a picture of it. I'll show you the picture later. And so basically, he can the northern lights are called the Rory Bory A-list fireworks, and Santa turns their fireworks, and Santa turns them on, and the polar bear turns them on for 2 years. And you can't get the northern lights anymore because he uses them all up basically, which I think is super good fun, really. And again, there's a beautiful picture that I'll kind of scan through in a bit. What's on this? This is a problem. Sometimes I just put post-it notes in there without kind of knowing why. Oh, there's the mention of the man in the moon starts appearing, who obviously has ties to the Lord of the Rings and all that. The man in the moon paid me a visit the other day, a fortnight ago exactly. He often does this as he gets lonely in the moon, and we make him a nice little plum pudding. His fingers were cold as usual, and the North Polar Bear made him play snapdragons to warm them. Snapdragons being one of Gandalf's fireworks, I believe. Of course, he burnt them, and then he licked them, and then he liked the brandy, and then the bear gave him lots more, and he went fast asleep on the sofa. Then I went down into the cellars to make crackers, and he rolled off the sofa, and the wicked bear pushed him underneath and forgot all about him. He can never be away a whole night from the moon, but he was this time. And a snowman arrives. The polar bear then starts interjecting as well, which is the polar bear starts kind of arguing with Tolkien, which is weird when you consider that they're all, they're all Tolkien. What was this? Then this is the next year. What do you think the old dear bear has been and done this time? Nothing as bad as letting off all the lights. Only fell from top to bottom of the main stairs on Thursday. So like the year after, he's like, remember last year when he turned the northern lights on? And then he sets off all the crackers, which is a disaster. And this is it. Like, so this is Santa talking about the North Polar Bear. He says, my Christmas pictures always make fun of him, and that one year he will send one drawn by himself of me being idiotic. But of course I never am, and he can't draw well enough. And then the polar bear says, yes, I can. I drew the flag at the end. And he draws a little flag at the end of the letter. This is a polar bear. This is quite good fun. And then the other thing I started to find, which is quite cute and gets you in the kind of the idea of like kids and the ages, is that on what year is this? 1928. On the letter it says, this one is written to my dear boys. Love to Chris, love to Michael, love to John, who must be getting very big as he doesn't write to me anymore. So I simply had to guess paints. I hope they were all right. Polar Bear chose them. He says he knows what John likes because John likes bears. And there's something, I think, wonderfully melancholy in this about a dad writing to his kids about his kids getting older and like kind of losing the connection with Santa in it. And at this point, John's 10 or 11. So at 10 or 11, he stopped writing to him. And what I found fascinating was the age that they stop writing to him. And it goes on, I think, let me read you this one. I'll jump to this because this is a slightly longer story. I didn't really know what order I was going to do this in, but by the time we get to where is this? It's 32. By the time we get to 1932, we've gone from hello, Father Christmas, terrible, silly polar bear to this. It's a bit Tolkien. You see, when I rescued Polar Bear, we hadn't finished the adventures. At the beginning of last week, we went into the cellars to get up the stuff for England. I said to Polar Bear, somebody's been disarranging things here. Paxu and Valtakota, I expect, he said. But it wasn't. Next day, things were much worse, especially among the railway things, lots of which seemed to be missing. I ought to have guessed. And Polar Bear, anyway, ought to have mentioned his guess to me. Last Saturday, we went down and found nearly everything had disappeared out of the main cellar. Imagine my state of mind. Nothing hardly to send to anybody, and too little time to get or make enough new stuff. North Polar Bear said, I smell goblins strong. Of course, it was obvious they love mechanical toys, though they quickly smash them and want more and more. It's a bit like The Hobbit, right? We're in 32 here, so The Hobbit's not come out yet. And practically all the Hornby things are gone. Eventually, we found a large hole, but not big enough for us, leading to a tunnel behind some packing cases in the west cellar. As you will expect, we rushed off to find Cave Bear, and we went back to the caves. We soon understood the queer noises. It was plain the goblins long ago had burrowed a tunnel from the caves to my old home, which was not so far from the end of their hills, and had stolen a good many things. We found some things more than 100 years old, even a few parcels still addressed to your great-grandpeople, but they had been very clever and not too greedy. I had not found out. Ever since I moved, they must have been busy burrowing all the way to my cliff, boring, banging and blasting as quietly as they could. At last they had reached my new cellars, and the sight of the Hornby things was too much for them. They took all they could. I dare say they were also still angry with the polar bear. Also, they thought we couldn't get at them, but I sent my patent green luminous smoke down the tunnel, and Polar Bear blew and blew it with our enormous kitchen bellows. They simply shrieked and rushed out the other cave end. But there were red gnomes there. Remember, red gnomes was the original word that Tolkien used for the Noldor elves as well. There were red gnomes there. I had specially sent for them. A few of the real old families are still in Norway. They captured hundreds of goblins and chased many more out into the snow, which they hate. We made them show us where they'd hidden things or bring them all back again. And by Monday, we had got practically everything back. The gnomes are still dealing with the goblins and promise there won't be one left by New Year, but I'm not so sure. They will crop up again in a century or so, I expect. And so you get, it's the Lord of the Rings, right? It's like, the war between the elves and the goblins has suddenly appeared. But you can see these kind of like, it sounds very much like the Goblin Town bit in The Hobbit, right?
Yeah, the stories are evolving as well, aren't they?
Okay, yeah. But then there was also, I might now, I'll come back to that. I'm trying to do it into there. And yeah, by the last one, so the last one is sent in 1943, and it's to Priscilla, who's the she died I think last year, so she was the last child, and it's the last one, and now I'm going to end on that. I'll show you the happy pictures. So let's see if I can swap over to here. Let's see if you can see this. How is that looking?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So if I just hopefully I'm able to flick through here. Am I right? Am I?
Yeah.
Is Santa in the frame?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to, obviously I'm not going to turn off every page, but this is the first year. So this is the kind of illustrations that he drew. And he said famously that he wasn't, I'm just trying to see what the best light is. Is that all right?
Yeah.
He said in one of his other letters that he wasn't an illustrator. And I think this book contains some of the greatest drawings he's ever done, the greatest illustrations he's ever made. But they're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they're great.
So this is Tolkien's version of Santa, and this was his house. And this is what I mean about the effort, right? I don't think these are, these don't look simple drawings to me, but these are the things he's knocking out for his kids like every year. And let's try and find one. That's his kind of handwriting. That's Santa's handwriting. It's kind of like, you can see he's kind of almost done it twice. He's almost kind of written it in red pen.
Yeah, he's obviously tried to disguise his own handwriting.
Yeah. But he does it far more successfully than us. And I think he draws these stamps.
Yeah.
They're very, very kind of Tolkienian. What else we got? Then look at this. It's beautiful. This is when his house, the polar bear burns down his house. Nightmare. And you can see the polar bear there. He's nicked his hat and he's kind of flying over his house.
Very cool.
That's the North Polar Bear writing a letter. It's kind of cool. P.S. Father Christmas. But I've been reading these to my kids as well. I've been like in December we've been reading like one a night. And this is how the polar bear sounds to me. P.S. Father Christmas was in a great hurry. Told me to put in one of his magic wishing crackers. As you pull, wish and see if it doesn't come true. Excuse thick writing. I have a fat paw. I help Father Christmas with his packing. I live with him. I am the great polar bear. So you get letters from a bear. It's mega. But then look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And then these little red notes are the polar bear, like intruding.
Yeah.
This is one where he runs out of paint, so he has to write in chalk this year. Sort of thing. There's the Northern Lights. Is when the polar bear. So the polar bear is like is down here and he's laughing at him and his sleigh's running off over here. I mean, how is that not absolutely stunning? It's gorgeous. The guy that used to say that he wasn't an illustrator. Then you can see they get more and more kind of it's not well, it's detailed, and they start looking like Lord of the Rings type text, right? Like kind of the seals and all that sort of stuff. What's we got? That's him, polar bear stacking it down the stairs. The guy who can't draw.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's a beautiful one. Having dinner. This is so kind of. It's not creepy. Creepy is not the right word, but these are the bear's pups.
All right.
Putting against the snow babies. These like snowmen's kids.
Yeah.
These weird sort of amorphous blobs pulling a cracker with the polar bear's kids, and they all sit around and have dinner. And Charlotte, I'm like, I don't know, put the telly on, watch Bluey. Santa. And then this is just gorgeous. One he drew for Priscilla, where he's drawn Oxford,
Mm.
and that's him flying over Oxford. And apparently you can see their house in it. He like points out where the house is, and then this is him and the polar bear in the Goblin Caves.
Yeah.
Exploring. And then they have this little party at the end. Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is what they find on the walls. This is on the walls the goblin painting. So some people before had done these, and the goblins drawings are like this.
Mm.
He says like the goblins tried to do it, but they can't draw very well.
Yeah.
Oh, these are beautiful. That's the alphabet. That's the polar bear's alphabet. This is the bear. I want to mention this later. This is the polar bear destroying goblins. Has a few echoes of Beorn, I think.
Mm.
Absolutely wrecking goblins left, right, and centre. It's kind of cool. And Santa tucked up in bed. Christmas tree. Yeah, they're just stunning. This is one where he mocks the polar bear. So this is Santa saying that the polar bear drew this. He drew the trees in the picture. I'm afraid they're not very good. And the polar bear says, best part of it. Proper zazzy. They look more like umbrellas. Still, he sends love to you and all your bears. Why don't you have polar cubs instead of bingos and koalas? He says. Why not? Says the polar bear. Give my love to Christopher and Michael and to John when you next write. Love from Father Christmas. I love this. Best part of it.
It's cool. It's a cool book.
It's lovely. It's really, really lovely. So yeah, they're full of these kind of gorgeous illustrations that are just really, really nice. And then what else there's so many bits I want to kind of jump back about. But you see this thing about him with his kids, and then it changes. And it changes in 1939. And in 1939, he writes, I'm very busy and things are, this is obviously Christmas 1939. I'm very busy and things are very difficult this year owing to this horrible war. Many of my messengers have never come back. I haven't been able to do you a very nice picture this year. It's supposed to show me carrying things down our new path to the sleigh sheds. Paxu is in front with a torch looking that frightfully pleased with himself as usual. There's just a glimpse, quite enough, of Polar Bear strolling along behind. He is, of course, carrying nothing. There have been no adventures here, and nothing funny has happened. And you can hear it like him, this dad writing to his kids during, the Second World War starts in September, and like during the outbreak of it, and how it kind of changes, and how he tries to keep this going. Like 1940, this is the polar bear are having very difficult time this year, but are doing our best. 1940, my dearest Priscilla, just a short letter to wish you a very happy Christmas. Please give my love to Christopher. We are having a rather difficult time this year. This horrible war is reducing all of our stocks, and in so many countries, children are living far from their homes. Polar Bear has had a very busy time trying to get our address list corrected. I'm glad you're still at home. 1941. I'm so glad you did not forget to write to me again this year. The number of children who keep up with me seems to be getting smaller. I expect it is because of this horrible war, and that when it is over, things will improve again, and I shall be as busy as ever. But at present, so terribly many people have lost their homes or have left them. Half the world seems in the wrong place. It's really, I found it really, really powerful. like reading through this like at the time. There's this wonderful bit here about where the goblins come back. This isn't because he's still, it's not all sort of doom and gloom. I expect you remember some years ago we had trouble with the goblins and we thought we'd settled it. Well, it broke out again this autumn, worse than it had been for centuries. Would it have been a calamity? It would not have been a calamity. It's not happened. It's largely due to the efforts of the polar bear. Luckily, goblins cannot help yelling and beating on drums when they mean to fight, so we all woke up in time and got the gates and doors barred and the windows shuttered. Polar bear got on the roof and fired rockets into the goblin host as they poured up the long reindeer drive. That didn't stop them. We were soon surrounded. And is this the one where he mentions how great he is? Yeah. They came up behind the goblins, and Polar Bear, really awake this time, rushed out with a blazing branch off the fire in each paw. He must have killed dozens of goblins. He says 1,000,000. So the Polar Bear sort of saves the day.
Yeah.
Polar Bear is rather a hero. I hope he doesn't think so himself. And then Polar Bear says, I do. And goblins can't do much to him when he's awake and angry. I've seen their arrows bouncing off him and breaking. And it's this little picture of him, like a shorter version of him, like messing up goblin. And it's Beorn. He's writing about Beorn. This must have inspired him. In 1942, I have had to guess. Polar Bear tells me cannot find my letter from you amongst this year's piles. So, in 1942, Priscilla hasn't written a letter to Santa. He cannot find my letter from you amongst this year's piles. I hope he's not lost any. He's so untidy. I expect you've been very busy this autumn at your new school. Now, you've got to bear in mind, I'll get upset about this in a couple of ways, but it's not Santa, right? It's his dad. It's her dad. So he's not a lonely old man waiting for a letter he doesn't get. But you can feel the sadness, both about the kind of world events and the way that maybe she hasn't written a letter. I've had to guess what you would like. I think I know fairly well. And luckily, we're still pretty well off for books and that sort. But really, I've never seen my stock so low or my cellars so full of empty places. I'm hoping I shall be able to replenish them before long, though there is so much waste and smashing going on that it makes me rather sad and anxious too. Deliveries too are more difficult than ever this year, with damaged houses and houseless people and all the dreadful events going on in your countries. And yeah, you can also hear, wrapped up in these things, these kind of these morals, like trying to impart morals on his kids. So this is going back. This is before the war. This is 32. We've had a rush, but dear old Cave Bear and his sons and the gnome ladies helped, so that we are now very well forward and all packed. I hope there is not the faintest smell of goblin about any of your things. They've all been well aired. There are still a few railway things missing, but I hope you'll have what you want. I'm not able to quite carry as much toy cargo as usual this year, as I'm taking a good deal of food and clothes, useful stuff. There are far too many people in your land and others who are hungry and cold this winter. And there's a wonderful bit from a few years earlier as well. I think it's on here. If you think I'm sending you mostly things that sort. I send as much love as ever, in fact more. We have both, the old polar bear and I, enjoyed having so many nice letters from you and your pets. If you think we've not read them, you are wrong. But if you find that not many of the things you asked for have come, and not perhaps quite as many as sometimes, remember that this Christmas, all over the world, there are a terrible number of poor and starving people. I and also my green brother have to do some collecting of food and clothes and toys too for the children whose fathers and mothers and friends cannot give them anything, sometimes not even dinner. I know yours won't forget you. And it's like, it's kind of like lovely, this idea that he's wrapping this all up in in a kind of moral to his kids. But I wanted to the very last letter. So this is 1943, and he sends it to Priscilla. So she's 14 at this point. So he still writes. That's when it stops. And there's an interesting thing there about what time. I don't want to upset anyone in the chat here, but I don't think Chris. I don't know how old Ruth is. Chris and Ruth aren't in, right?
I've not seen them.
I think we're okay.
I think maybe we should give them at least a minute to say we are here.
Well, I think Chris would know what we might be about to talk about if it was in any way an issue.
Yeah.
So I might want to turn it off.
Yeah.
For now.
Because we don't want to give away any Santa secrets, obviously.
Well, exactly. But equally, Ruth might be 13. So what are you doing? But there's an idea that maybe this is in 1943. You don't have the internet. You don't have. I don't know. Do kids believe for longer? Do you know what I mean? Like as I said, John seems to stop putting his thing up at about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And Priscilla, it doesn't mean that she necessarily still has the magic, but like 14, these numbers feel quite old to me.
Yeah.
But again, perhaps in a less cynical age, I don't know, maybe it's lovely. Maybe people believe more.
I don't know, because Lily's only just 12. She was 12 last month. And last year was the first year. Even now, at 12, the fact that she's in secondary school, she has a smartphone, she's around other kids who have smartphones and have the internet and have access to everything and could easily go and find it. She hasn't admitted to us that she's aware of what's going on, even though
It's because she knows.
we're aware.
You don't admit it, do you?
Like she still goes along with everything, but I think she does it for Daisy's sake.
Yeah,
Do you know what
that's
I mean?
it, isn't it? Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, in 1943, and there's a really lovely symmetry here that the last letter in 1943. So he did this for about was it 1920, I think. He did this for like 13 years. Frederick probably thinks that's 14 years. He did it for about 13 years, and the last letter is just to Priscilla. And if you read his letters, the letters of J.R.R. Tolkien, that covers about 50 years, and the last letter is to Priscilla. The letter he sends about a week before he dies, and it's obviously just a coincidence, but there's some kind of haunting parallels in there. But yeah, he says, "My dear Priscilla, I'm going to come back to the final paragraph. My messengers tell me that people call it grim this year. I think they mean miserable, and so it is, I fear, in very many places where I was especially fond of going. But I'm very glad to hear that you are still not really miserable. Don't be. I'm still very much alive and shall come back again soon, as merry as ever. There's been no damage in my country, and though my stocks are running low, I hope soon to put that right. Polar Bear, too tired to write himself, says, I am, really. Sends a special message to you, love and a hug, he says. Do ask if she still has a bear called Silly Billy, or something like that. Or is he worn out? Give my love to the others, John and Michael and Christopher, and of course to all your pets that you used to tell me about. Polar Bear and all the cubs are very well. They have really been very good this year and have hardly had time to get into any mischief. I hope you'll find most of the things that you wanted, and I'm very sorry that I have no cat's tongues left, but I've sent nearly all the books you asked for. I hope your stocking will seem full. Very much love from your old friend, Father Christmas. And then a bit like the snowman, it just kind of ends, because that's like the last letter. I thought at this time of Christmas I'd leave. I thought this was just a wonderful paragraph. So this is the first paragraph of the last letter. A very happy Christmas. I suppose you will be hanging up your stocking just once more. This is written to his 14-year-old daughter. I hope so, for I have still a few little things for you. After this, I shall have to say goodbye, more or less. I mean, I shall not forget you. We always keep the old numbers of our old friends and their letters, and later on, we hope to come back when they are grown up and have houses of their own and children of their own. I don't forget people, even when they are past stocking age, not until they forget me. There you go.
It's very cool, man.
there's a weird, I don't know if it's having kids. There's a weird, oddly affecting thing in there, like parallel of reading like 14 years of this dad kind of creating magic for his kids in a very different way, I think, to the sort of stuff that Tolkien often gets credit for.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you, I don't know, if you're if you pick it up, it's cool, it's easy to read, and it's really quite fun, and it's very, 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 very different, and gives you a really interesting insight into kind of Tolkien the father.
Yeah.
And you know what he was able to and willing to go for his kids. Yeah,
that was cool, man. I enjoyed that.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
It was really good.
I enjoyed it as well. Do you want to catch up on Le Chat in France?
Yeah, let's have a look where we're at. So we have got Chet Michael Haskell.
The immortal words of All Saints. I know where it's at.
Okay, we've got a lot to squeeze into the next 30 minutes.
Catch up with chat. Go through Facebook.
Just give 2 things away.
Give 2 things away.
Do you want to do one now?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's do a giveaway now.
Do a giveaway. So
it'd be a bit naff if we do 2 together.
This is for the £40.
Big dosh. Big dosh, mate.
Left or right?
Left. Right, I want you just. What I want you to do here now is just go straight in, mess everything up, like the polar bear, and just grab one out. Like a polar bear smashing up goblins.
I have one.
Go on, get it out.
All right. This is going to be a £40 shopping trip.
40 people.
With BSIME. It's Matthew Butler.
Whoop, whoop.
Matthew Butler. Merry Christmas, sir.
Well
do we have Matthew Butler in?
I've not seen a Matthew Butler, unless he's
in.
got a different name on the YouTubes.
£40. Well done, Matthew. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. We'll be reaching out to you and trying to arrange an exciting shopping zone trip of fun. Well, quite. There we go.
I'm going to have a quick...
1 to go.
1 more to go. I'll do that right at the end.
All of our patrons have now got a 1 in 115 chance of winning.
Yeah. It's good odds.
It's good odds. Not
good
bad odds.
Larry says, I think one of his 2024 objectives should be a certain video to go up. Winky face.
Yeah, it was meant to be this year.
Rich Clemmer, yes. Those are both superhero Christmas movies. That's talk about Batman and what do you call it? Larry says, also, Steve, I didn't write the joke. You said it, though. Joseph Flaff, a small part of The Godfather is at Christmas.
Yeah, but a small part of Harry Potter's at Christmas. It's not. You know, if you tell a story over the course, a small part of Lord of the Rings is at Christmas. Well, if you tell a story over the course of a year, some of it will be at Christmas, right?
Frederick says there's too much in your Steve. Larry says, obviously a Christmas movie. Joe Kelly says, I don't understand why we can't hear Steve clap and zoom, but we can hear those crisp crunching. Batman Returns, I know it's a bit non-PC, but Michelle Pfeiffer in that Catwoman suit. Who do you think said that?
Who said that?
You will never guess.
Emro Byrne.
Michael Haskell.
Michael Haskell.
Cheeky Michael Haskell.
Oh, he's the quiet one. He's right, though. He's absolutely right.
He's very right. Larry Miller. Was there not a video of you putting all those names in the pot? Question mark.
What's a reference to something?
Meow? Question mark. Says T-Mac Tiberius.
Yeah. Meow.
Joe Achille. It just stopped. That's so weird. That's because I put my microphone on mute. Rob Lynchbury. What is tonight's hobbying for the whip thread? Does it count that I put myself through hobby monotony by painting 56 Morannons in 4 days? Jeez. I'm on my last 4 models to make 60. First off, take a bow. Secondly, sorry mate, you're not in.
Take a bow, but your bow will get you nothing.
Yeah. There's loads of congratulations to Max.
No.
Haskell says Team David did a big Excuse me. Helm's Deep Siege last Sunday,
did,
which was a
yeah.
lot of fun. Oh man. Frederick says, just hoping I'll get my Secret Santa in time. Still not here yet. Last year's was also fun.
Mine
Rich
arrived
Clemmer,
today. I was very excited.
Oh.
Safely under the tree.
Rich Clemmer says, will you guys mention the Amazon Warhammer 40k deal finally being signed? Hopes increase for Rings of Power SBG question mark.
Yes.
That is very, very cool. I think it'll be a good few years before we see anything. But it's a step in the right direction for sure.
I'm gonna go down on the side of I don't think it's got anything to do with Rings of Power whatsoever.
Yeah,
I think it's
two different
it's pure.
licenses.
I get why people want to be optimistic, but they're being incredibly transparent about. If you look at it, it's about 40k and it's about TV and or live action.
Yeah.
It's not a kind of we've signed an open-ended contract. Of course, if you've signed one, then obviously maybe that helps your relationship to sign others in the future and all that sort of stuff. But I think that news was exclusively exciting if you would like live action 40k. I don't think it's got
I think
anything to do
I think
with
it's gonna be cool. I think it'll be cool. Obviously, I'll give it a watch. But yeah, I agree with Damon. I don't think it will hold any weight or sway towards Rings of Power being a license Games Workshop will or will not get. Sam says we had a big Siege game amongst some East Anglian HC players 3 weeks back. Hoping to get a cheeky game in with a local next week. And for Christmas, I asked for some models to convert for the Seven Stones project.
Oh, who was that?
Teenage Dirtbag.
Very cool. I'm excited.
Mike Oscar says, with family descending, I lose my hobby desk in the spare room, so any hobby I squeeze in will be. What does that say? I've got my legs up and I can't be bothered leaning forward. Peripatetic? I don't know what that means, Michael. Might start on the Gondor Mansion, which finally arrived recently.
Very cool.
Kit. Very cool kit. Well, they will now, Richard, says Larry, and that is in response to the hopes increased for Rings of Power. Who knows? Joseph Flav says that's a joke about the erroneous dating of his birth.
Yeah, see that's what I guessed. This idea that he wasn't born at 0. That I presume he's meant to have been born 3 years earlier or something.
There's some question about whether Christ was born on 1 AD, says T-Matt, or up to 4 BC. Herod died in 4 BC, says Joseph. Michael Haskell says, my copy of the Father Christmas Letters was a Christmas present in the mid to late 70s, which I still have. It's truly amazing.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Or says, Tolkien should have added Santa to Lord of the Rings somehow, winky face.
Kind of did with Bombadil, right? Bombadil's a bit like Santa.
Gandalf's a little bit like Santa.
Yeah. Sauron's a little bit like Santa.
Frederick says, the Great Goblin is the Grinch, confirmed. Tell Rick or someone to build that stuff for you next Christmas special magazine.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Do you know what I've seen?
What?
Are you aware that we sent Rick a lot of that Gondor stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Finished.
Is it?
Finished. Oh.
Super cool.
Oh. I think it'll be an issue 16 coming out in August. But he sent pictures of finished board. Oh. Oh.
Joe Holzman's rocked up.
Oh, yeah.
At 11 o'clock. Good evening, everyone.
Old Holly.
Frederick Schultz to Joe Holzman. Hello, you missed the weird, funny Bratverse talk. And Joe says to Frederick, sounds intriguing and potentially borderline racist, but I'd best make sure I watch the vid early tomorrow before it gets taken down. And then Frederick says to Joe, it was just me trying to tell him how to pronounce German words. No plans to report the video. Looks like Polar Bear was almost grown into giant's size there, says Frederick. And then Dwellin just rocked up as well. Don't know where everyone's been tonight, right? Good evening, he says.
Out of the Christmas parties, I reckon.
Yes.
Nakatani Plaza.
Matt Hudson says Anya has just gone 10 and is doing the but is he really real questions all the time. Won't be much longer. Just keep it going as long as possible. Frederick says, fun fact, my parents never did any Father Christmas, Easter Bunny, etc. stuff. They just gave us stuff.
I would never criticise that. That doesn't sound fun.
Doesn't sound Christmassy.
That's like the opposite of fun. But as I said, everyone does their own thing, and I'm sure it was delightful.
Joseph Flav, one of my professors told me the other week that he knew Priscilla. Apparently, she was delightful.
Yeah, she was by all accounts. She was very, very kind to the community as well. She did a lot for the Tolkien Society.
Congrats, Matt, says Frederick Matthew Butler. I have been in from the start.
Hey!
Thank you. Good man. Larry Miller, congrats, Matt. Loads of congrats. Been trying to catalog my collection, so I've been busy behind the scenes, says Matt. I'm a slave to the rapper, Steve, says Larry. Slave to the rapper.
I think he's talking to you about the fact that the jokes, because he's telling you penguin jokes. And I presume he's getting them from the rappers of penguins.
Remco says, all right, lads, this is me done for tonight. Thank you, Damien, for the deep dive. All best wishes to you and see all you guys here next year. Take care, buddy. It was great to have you in. And you will indeed see us in the new year. How does a penguin build his house? Joe Holzman nailed it first time of asking. He glues it together.
He glues it together.
It glues it together. Correct. I knew that one too, says Larry. Frederick Schultz says there's a weird rumor that GW people have messed up and Amazon will get the rights to do Space Marine stuff. And they will essentially need a license for their own stuff. I reckon that's just one of those weird internet rumors, my friend.
They accidentally gave them all the rights to Space Marine. That would be quite the cock up, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Joel Holzman.
This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. So I can't help thinking if that was true, they wouldn't be putting out super positive press releases.
Yeah. Surely it's like buying something from a shop. You got 28 days to cancel. Send it back. Joe Holzman says at school, in common some of, the kids made their own crackers for the Christmas meal, and as part of it, they wrote their own cracker jokes. One of the ones I remember was this. Why was the snowman in the vegetable garden?
I don't think we can necessarily work this out because this is now trying to get into the minds of children who can't tell jokes, right?
Yeah, and I've not got the answer yet.
Oh, brilliant.
He's not typed the answer yet.
That'll be fun.
Dwalin says, Sauron is the giver of gifts. This is true.
Well, he's an angel as well. He's a Maya.
I was making a joke about how he didn't like C.S. Lewis doing it, says Laurie. He was picking...
Also, this guy turns up and goes, follow my star. You're going to do it, aren't
you? Right, quickly, because I'm not going to be able to hold on for 22 minutes. I need a quick wee. So I've caught up with the chat.
Okay.
When I come back, we'll jump in the Facebooks.
I love it.
So I'll be as quick as I can. Ooh! We've got one. Remember, people, we've got one more giveaway to go for patrons, which we'll do at the end. So yeah, right. What we're in it.
I've got one more Kit Kat to go as well. So yeah, let us know while we're here. Anyone planning anything exciting for Christmas? What are we hoping for? What we're hoping is underneath the tree. And what toys are we hoping for? I asked my Secret Santa for more stuff towards my BSIME Gondor army, I believe. I think I asked for some war machines and maybe some heroes. I think it was a long time ago. And I think I asked for some of the name race. I think that was what was it? How big a delay on there is the stream, Joe? I don't know. You tell me. I'll just read your comment out. I think we say things 20 seconds before they go out. So shall I do something? I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll find this out. This is perfect for good filler content. I'm going to hold up this book, and I'll let you know when it comes up, and then we'll know how long the stream is. Larry Miller says, I was making a joke about how he didn't like C.S. Lewis doing it. Was he picking his nose? I don't know what any of that means. Sorry, that's what happens when we swap comments. I'm getting my phone out. Oh. There's the book. It's 29 seconds. So it's about 30 seconds. Oh, is that a guess? Is that a guess? Was he make it? Is this the? Are these guesses from Larry? Why was the snowman in the vegetable garden? And Larry Miller says, because he didn't like C.S. Lewis doing it. Was he picking his nose? It's quite funny. People haven't seen the answer. Joe Holzman can't see a joke answer, but can see this. For Christmas, Matt Hudson would like a lion past 9 a.m. Strong gift. Was he picking his nose? Says Larry. Dwalin has a cave drake on the way. That's exciting.
Yo.
There's a missing answer. It feels as though what's happened is that Joe's snowman joke. Supposedly he's written the answer.
Oh yeah.
On YouTube and decided he can't reveal the answer and no one can see it. Yeah. Larry Miller is just desperately saying, was he picking his nose? That's his guess for what the snowman was doing. TMAT Tiberius says Christmas plans will be pretty chill, but I got some D&D minis for my kids for Christmas. Get some painting done. That'd be cool. Larry Miller adds Santa to the story. And Joe Holzman confirms he was picking his nose is the punchline to the joke. It's not bad. Not bad. I don't know why it's got anything to do with a snowman. Snowman's having that. Well, like what was it? What was the snowman doing in the vegetable patch?
Yeah.
He was picked. Oh no, it is funny. It's very funny.
He was picking his nose.
Yeah, it is very funny. Yeah, sorry. Don't type comments. I've got it. It's fine. That's hilarious. Yeah. Picking as in choosing his nose.
Choosing.
Yeah, it's good. Strong.
Stephen Sparks joining us. Hello everyone. Happy holidays. How you doing, Stephen? Good to have you in, mate.
He's going to rock up and win 55 quid.
Yeah. So I'm going to refresh the Owl Facebook.
The oldie Facebooky.
Ye Owled. Let me change the screen so you guys can see what we see.
Any chance my dad's computer is going to remember my Facebook details? Because that would be mega.
Where are we?
I only bloody did. I'm only logged in. Clickety click.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready, my friend.
This is the Whitfred.
Can I just say, I know I've been on camera, but I did have this jumper last year, but this is a freaking awesome Christmas jumper.
Yeah, but and that's the good one, isn't it? That's not the horrible.
Yeah, the other one went in the bin, mate. The other one went in the bin. The printed one.
Yeah.
The pretend knit.
I remember us chatting about that last year and saying how great it was, and lots of added. Isn't there like a ring wraith horse on it or something? A bonus ring wraith horse.
There's loads of stuff on it.
I feel like we didn't know about the ring.
I think this is very topical because this is is this the latest release?
Well, indeed, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just a diorama there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Who wanted that?
Who would want something that they could choose to buy?
Said nobody ever. Right, okay. 59 comments we got.
Christmas!
So we're going to power through them, people.
Have you got Julian Hammond top?
Julian Hammond top. Again, doing things sickeningly weird and leaving white bits when other bits of the model are finished.
That's a Merry, though.
It's a Merry and a Pippin. See how I said Pippin wrong just to wind Frederick up. Merry and Pippin.
Yeah.
Riddles in the dark for me, says Sam Huddy. It's a great kit.
Are you going to read the other words?
I can't click on pictures, mate, because it goes back to the beginning. Snacks are Magners and profiteroles.
Do you need? I don't know what you're looking at. You don't need the pictures to read the words, do you?
No, but I clicked the picture and then it went back to the top.
Oh, I see. Okay. How to relate this to Christmas? When the word cheat comes out during the family games, the Yuletide sword is drawn and tensions rise quickly. Right? I don't think
talking about?
That's what Sam's suggestion for why he gets in.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
He's not in. Right?
No, he's not in. Jen Zelmo's working on my display board and putting snow on my Dunlin bases for the winter theme.
I'll do it.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Snow, you're in. That's a cool looking board, man.
It is a cool looking board.
I think that's his. Am I right in thinking that's his first display board? I think he's been talking about it in the chat.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Rich Clemmer got beer, nachos, and a Merry just going to glue into the base and add ballast to dry. But after that, my Christmas goblins will get a trip out of the carry case to be re-rimmed. 3 extra Merries for extra points? Question mark.
You got Trip Merry. Is that Trip?
And then he says, yeah. Then he says,
Merry.
I fear this will be as far as I get with Merry tonight.
Look,
And before Steve starts, no, super glue activator is not the way normal people do bases.
You see what he's got in the background? He's only got the.
He's only got this.
Yeah, he's only got that useless diorama. Unbelievable.
That's the way for winners, mate. You don't have to hang around. Just glue it. Done.
Glue it. Quick edge gluing.
Yeah. Finally laid out all my Christmas goblins. Now I realise that I have 5 or maybe even 6 different rim colours. Worse still, I was going to do them a Mournfang, but the Doombull ones look good. Do more Doombull, mate.
No, Mournfang for the win.
Why
are they Christmas goblins?
he's just trying out. Mark says, "Merry Christmas, everyone." Merry Christmas, Mark. I hope you're well.
What we got there?
I don't want to click it because I'll go right to the top. Can you click it?
I can click it, but
tell us what it is.
I go to the top as well, but I'll do it for you. So he's got an elf. He's got the Elrond kit, so he's in.
Ah, sweet.
He's also got a fantastic looking cherry bakewell.
I can see that. Yeah.
A bag of M&Ms, some horribly coloured tea, and let's just hope that's a light shining brightly on that, because frankly it looks the same colour as the inside of his white mug. And a delightful Christmas tree background. But Mark is in. With a model, not with. I thought he was going to be. I thought by now he would have built Lapland, but in with a model.
Ricky Colebrook, old school metal armored Moria goblins. All base paint applied, just waiting for the washes to dry. Very cool, mate. Love those models. Doesn't get you in the draw, but really, really cool to see. Warwick Griggs Stream Snack Merry Force Scale.
I'm going to put him in because it's Christmas, but that sounds a little bit like what he's working on is his stream snack, and he's put a Merry near it.
Yeah.
But that's a Merry on a painting handle, isn't it?
That looks very cool, that Merry though, mate. I like it. Great face, mate. Great face. Yeah, very nice. I like it. I like it.
Oh, that is looking banging.
Remco, I'm on some Mirkwood chaps, getting ready to merrily slay some Grinchy Orcses. Elves is elves, mate. Elves is elves.
Oh yeah, elves, of course. Yeah, gets in. He's also got a screenshot there.
Screenshot. God, we're a pair of dicks, aren't
we? I think they look fantastic. Just spreading a bit of Christmas joy. Key straight in.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna.
What are you gonna do?
Because I want to see his elf. I don't want to click on this. I'm going to click it on the other window. Great British Hobbit League.
Is this Remco's?
Yeah.
Looking gorgeous. Non-metal. I mean, I couldn't. Just looking at that, the amount of effort that must take and that's one Palace Guard. I'm just like, no,
I know,
thanks.
that's the thing. I've doing like non-metallics is something I've always wanted to have a go at, but not always wanted to have a go at. If you know what I mean.
Yes, I think I do know what you mean.
Yeah, it looks cool, mate. Yeah, them eyes as well. They're deep holes for the eye sockets.
Yeah, I did eyes on my Palace Guard, I think.
Nailed them. Jake Pollard, working on the other 2 goals for context. Our last asked for some models of goals for Christmas. Got 2 more to do. Hopefully get them done tonight.
Yeah, of course you do, mate. What are the other 2 ghosts?
There's a Santa there.
There's a Gandalf converted into a Santa.
Yeah.
The models at the front, they're
3D like prints. It looks like
they're not GW ones.
But the Santa is though.
I think the Santa is the Mines of Moria Gandalf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's put him in. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Oh yeah.
Look at that mug in the background as well. Does he say what that is? A mug full of cream. That's some tasty, tasty hot chocolate. That'll be lovely.
Facebook needs to sort life out.
He's done a bit more. So he's got a comment. Need basing, but pretty happy with these. Ghost of Christmas Past, Elf, Christmas Present, Dwarf King, and Christmas Future, Witch King. But they're not GW models.
GW. They're not GW. And we're like outrageous shills.
Are we allowing the Santa in?
I'm gonna allow him in on the Santa.
All right.
It's Christmas, isn't it?
Right.
Dublé working on his Merry that has been needing finishing for about 6 months now. He loves to see it. If you took a break from writing Christmas songs in the middle of summer, you would have had that finished by now. But I'm happy that you're getting onto it this evening. Frederick Schultz got a bunch of Christmassy stuff, including some homemade punch.
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 How do you pronounce that? You
Punch.
probably like the ooh and you, isn't it?
Working on some super wintry, Christmassy, fluffy Wolf Boy mini conversions. They have fur. They are fluffy, wintry Christmas models. I'm in.
They're Wild Riders. He's got a massive, massive bottle in the foreground. I think to distract you from the fact that
Look at this.
got Wild Riders.
Oh, look at this Africola.
Look at all these treats, all these Christmassy treats concealing my orcs. I don't think Frederick's in. He's got a spectacular looking Christmas spread. I don't think he's in.
No, I don't think he's in. I think if he was less forceful with the bratwurst, he might have.
If anyone, I'll tell you what we should do. If anyone strongly disagrees, put it in the YouTube chat, and just before we do the draw, I'll just nip over to that and just have a look in case we've made any terrible.
Has anyone else noticed that the logo for Africola is very similar to Azog's Tower?
Oh, it is. But no, I have to go all the way back. This is such a crap feature.
I know.
That's not just about YouTube. I'm not even on YouTube. I'm not
Why would you do it?
That's just rank.
Yeah, it's bobbins. Why would you do it? Dan Nelson, Merry Christmas all. Carrying on Gandalf started on the Return of the King stream and dug out his Heroes of the West box set companion, Merry.
I mean, that's Merry. That's an angel, and that's a guy who comes back from the dead. That feels pretty Christmas. It's a bit more Easter, but the guy who came back from the dead.
If I promise to put snow on the roof when it's done, will this count? Says Mark Greentree.
You're already in. You're painting doing Elrond, mate. You smashed it.
Yeah, you're already in. But yeah, get paint on it.
But
mate.
yeah,
get snow on it.
I think so.
Looks cool. Like it. Sean Clark, Raddy on his sleigh.
We've got to let a sleigh in, haven't we?
Yeah, you got it. Short one tonight. Seems so not managed to finish with decent progress. Mate, you've made more progress in this short stream on that than I've made in the whole time that I've had it since it came out.
That's incredible, isn't it? Looking at that, I mean, it's just undercoat at the start.
Oh, it's so annoying, Sean, isn't he?
He's the worst. Unbelievable.
He's the worst, man. Catherine's painting up Christmas Elf featuring Sansa. Rhymes with Sansa.
Sorry,
little doggy nose.
I'm scrolling my way back down at the moment. So.
There's a warg's nose in your photograph there.
That's an elf, so he's in. She's in. Sorry, Catherine. I feel like we've done this before. Catherine Clark.
Yeah, go for it. They're as good as, aren't they?
Apologies, if not.
You wish, Sean.
What's that?
I think that aren't they engaged?
I don't know.
Am I misremembering that there was an engagement? Am I misremembering, Sean? If not, come on, mate. What are you waiting on? Dave Walker, Christmas Elves of the Last Alliance of Elves of Christmas. All 4 need work, but the guy at the back is pretty much done. These elves will be part of my battle company next year, so just trying to get ahead and be ready ahead of time. So organised. Depending on how quick I can paint them, I'm so tempted to start Last Alliance Force for tournaments. Merry Christmas to all in Middle-earth. Merry Christmas to you too, mate, and do it. Last Alliance is a cool army.
I had a lot of fun with Last Alliance this year.
It's a cool army.
He's got some updates. Washed and lay down to try for the washes on the cloaks to stay where I want them.
Tactics.
All right. I've never done that. You ever done that?
No. I just put more layers thinner.
You say it like that?
Yeah. Why not?
It's got a picture of 95% complete.
95% complete. It looks cool, man. It's just that image of those early models, and it's just nostalgic.
It's still good, man. It's still good, I think.
Scott Newman painting Dane King under the mountain and King Elisar this evening. Why? Because Dane looks like he could definitely be a Dwarven Santa, and King Elisar because he's King Elisar.
We can let Aragorn in, right? As a king of men.
Yeah.
All right, he's in.
Yeah. Spent the first half hour getting all this set up, says Larry.
Oh, it does look good.
It does look good.
Can you click on that? Can you show that?
I'm not clicking on it. I am on my other screen, but you ain't gonna.
It's Christmassy effort.
Yeah.
That is tinsel all around his computer, covered in baubles. There's what looks like a Lego Santa on his sleigh, covered in Christmas chocolate.
And do you know what I don't have? Purple tinsel.
A heart.
purple tinsel in my life.
And he's also got all his. He's working on his Radagast sleigh. He's got some penguins, the bars, and he's got some penguins, the models, and he's got a candy cane. That is full on Christmas.
It is. Go on, we'll let you in, Larry.
Let you in, Josh.
Let you in. Josh Crosby got Merry to do as well as working on a ruin of Arnor terrain.
Josh
Very
Crosby.
Cool.
That's our first of the big three dice
big
heroes.
Dog,
big dog. Oh, Larry's got some. He's just.
Hang on.
He's proud of
Josh
himself,
Crosby says, also, I arranged my birthday evening around the stream yesterday. I hope that Damien will sing anyway by way of recompense. That could be what we sign off. Let's sign off on that.
What could be more Christmassy than singing Happy Birthday to Jesus
in a creepy voice?
And Josh.
Yeah. Larry Miller, Damien should just grow a beard for it. Still needs a bit more whitening though. That is a mighty beard, Larry.
I've put Josh in. Is he in?
Yeah, he's in. Yeah.
Got him married to. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. It's a mighty beard, that, Larry. Like it.
James should just grow a beard.
Just grow a beard, he said.
Yeah,
you're getting a fake one.
You look exactly like Santa. But with terrifying duct tape Santa boots.
Ashley Fisher, what could be more Christmassy than Merry and Pippin being kidnapped and carried off to be tortured?
There's Ashley Fisher. There's the two chasers.
Here they come. Sniffing around. Yeah. Holt Jacobson putting the last highlights on some Ghosts of Christmas Past for War of the Ring. Very cool.
What are they? Army of the Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll allow that, won't we?
Yeah. Craig McCallum, I'm selling the Fellowship and Troll from my Barlin's Tomb set. It was an early Christmas present to myself and There's an Elf. That's all the justification for it I've got. It'll get you in, mate.
Yeah, he's working on Legolas, right? Yeah. And he's working on Merry.
Yeah. Sam Earnshaw, 10 years entry painting Galadriel, who looks like she's dressed up as Mary from Nativity. Less tenuous entry, Mary. Both will get you in.
Also, less tenuous entry, Galadriel's an elf.
Christmas Pain, 52 Marinauts painted over. Like, that's crazy, mate. That's a lot.
52 or
that's how I used to roll.
Days.
That's how I used to roll.
Is that Rob? Just you can probably let us know this in the YouTube chat rather than on there. But is that your job? Are you commission painting them? Is that 4 full days or is that 4 evenings after work? Because they're very different things.
Yeah, let us know.
Oh, he's got a picture of the other 52. I mean, they look great.
They do look cool. Haskell says, "I'm going in. Mince pie first, of course, then the Wood Earls."
I'm going in.
Going in.
He's still thinking about Pfeiffer, isn't he?
And look, there's the picture that you showed. That's the cover of his Father Christmas Letters.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Of the Northern Lights.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then he's got his Wood Elves.
So what's he got? I spoke up for those because I feel weirdly nostalgic about that set. I've only ever painted one in my life, and that was a speed paint. I've never done them properly, and I know people hate them, but I really liked them I loved that supplement and what it did for the game and what it brought in. I don't know. I don't hate those models as much as I think you're meant to hate them.
All right. Matt Hudson working on a Golden King, one of the 3 from the East, also trying to finish Hobby Bingo with Gandalf and last stream's model.
Gets in with the golden.
Yeah,
he's
golden
a king, isn't he? Yeah.
Get you in, yeah.
Sure.
Matt Baker making a start on Santa's 23rd favourite elf tonight, who has been sat prime for over a year. That's cool. And then we got an update. Nearly all of the base colours are on, but that's all for tonight. Thanks for yet another stream. Hope you all have a good Christmas and New Year. And you too, buddy. Joe Hosman, hoping to be home before the end of the stream. This is waiting for me when I get back. My Christmas tree bird is being worked on and some fudge as a snack.
I'll get some in. Is it? I mean, I presume knowing Joe, it is a. Oh, he's got Mary on there anyway. Yeah, and like, he's got
Christmas tree in it.
Well, can you see in the picture? He's got like tinsel and he's got baubles to put around. So yeah, but he gets it. I don't think Joe would lie.
No,
I think he's in on Mary even if not.
Cuthers.
What?
Cuthers.
Others, all 3 are in.
Wood Elf stripped and bows added to Spearmen ready for next year's army. Also, a Battle Games in Middle Earth Goblin Captain conversion just got to start.
Lovely.
Now.
I noticed he came in like quite a few comments after Josh and Ashley. I wonder if he
That spurred him on.
Well, he saw them and he was like, I better get on this.
Yeah. Stephen Ryan, Kurdan on sale tonight. Once he's finished, I can say that I paid every model purchased this year.
I just want to go into colours and see his captain. Oh, he's done yeah. You probably haven't seen him, right? He's got a goblin converted to be kind of holding a sword up and point. It's like one of the bow armed goblins, I think. So he's shield on. He's standing on a big rock. Very BSIME and more or less plastic wood elves. You love to see it.
Stephen Ryan's in with Kurdan.
Sorry, I got a long way to scroll. Baker colours. Stephen Ryan.
Yeah.
He's painted every model he purchased this year. I bet there's not many people who can say they've done that. Well done, sir.
Yeah, that's a claim, isn't it?
Unless he's only bought,
2 bottles.
Kurdan.
Yeah.
But it's easy to do that. Like my wife has painted all the models she bought this year.
It's true. It's true. Thomas KLK, he's not in, but he's got a very cool looking troll. Very, very nice. Very cool.
Is that the metal Isengard troll?
I think that's the plastic one. I think that's because the mace is definitely plastic, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Katie Webster, Candy Cane Elf, the quickest model I've ever... It's cool. Quickest model I've ever painted. I'm pretty proud of it. So you should be. It looks awesome.
I love to see people effectively like ruining models in the name of BSIME. Yeah, I don't mean that as a paint job, but like that elf ain't going in an army, is it? That elf exists.
You never know. You never know. Never know.
I love it, Katie. Side work.
It's awesome. Joshua, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but I am going to give it a go. Kamakawheel? Kamakawheel? Would you go with that? Kamakawheel?
I'd just say Joshua.
Joshua K. Working on a builder has been gifted to some friends tomorrow to celebrate them finishing the book for the first time. That's cool, man. That's cool.
You're not having it as a gift.
No. You're not in, but it's very cool.
See, this is it. I think Bilbo should be in, but I can't justify it. He feels like he should be in.
Yeah.
But he's a movie you watch at Christmas, not a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Stephen Ryan's given us an update pic, and it's looking awesome, my friend.
No, it's another photo of Kurdan because it's the only one.
Max Malice, aka Max Bolter Drill. Phileas and Kilius for me tonight.
That's no.
No
Dwarf brother. No explanation of Christmas.
He's one enough. Ian White, I was trying not to betray the spirit of Christmas too much.
Can you see
Betrayer. I like what you've done there, Ian.
The betrayer, so gets you in as a spirit.
Yeah. Larry Miller, drilled the rabbit's heads, but I think I need thinner wire than paper clips. Oh, are you doing the strapping?
You just never know with Larry, do you, when he says something like that?
Yeah, God knows.
Have a look. He's drilled the rabbit. Why would you drill?
Well, it's because you can't see the straps, isn't it? So he's actually putting the straps on that they're tied together with. I don't know.
I was like looking at his work pricks because I always assume that there's like other Easter eggs hidden around the picture. There's a discarded penguin wrapper by that point. That's the one.
Matt Hudson, very little progress, but cracked the skin on the Abracan guard.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Maybe put a bit of like modelling putty in the gap where it cracked and try repainting it.
There's some of my favourite models in the range. Those are awesome. I'm going to refresh because that's the last one I've got.
The last one I've got as well.
Give it a refresh. Refresh. This is what I would say. It takes bloody ages. There we go. A few more comments. All comments. Scroll down. Oh, I've got some more. Got some more stuff.
Oh, really?
Rob Lainsbury. Now I've finished the Moran's Dwarves, starting the whole process all over again.
But that's not.
Still doesn't get you in.
Yeah, I haven't got that open, so he's not in there.
No.
Okay.
Stephen Ryan. Vicky has also been on Christmas theme with her nails. Very nice nails, Vicky. Very nice indeed. Christmassy nails. It seems to be a thing, doesn't it, nowadays? Ladies get their Christmas nails done.
Is it nowadays? Is that a new thing?
I don't know. Larry's asking, why does Santa have this weird hole? God only knows, Larry. God only knows.
What? What?
He's got a hole in place.
Why is he saying these words? I've got it. Why does Santa have this weird? Oh, that is that is a shame.
Harry,
That is a shame.
Harry Barkill says, "Evening, gents. Late to the party after a festive movie with the missus, but I'm now painting my Nutcracker objectives and whitening the snow on my Xmas display board. It went a
Wow.
tad yellow after drying. Yeah, I found that. Little tip for you, Harry. It's probably too late now, but mixing white paint in with whatever you're making your snow from. I'm assuming you mixed it with PVA. PVA will turn yellow, but if you put white paint in, it stops it turning yellow. Just a little bit.
Is that the Grinch? Is that Bayonne as the
It's
Grinch?
the last comment, so I'm gonna click it.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. That's awesome.
He said Nutcracker objectives. Like, why? That's a guy with a gun on the end. He's not in a Nutcracker, right? What's the story there, Harry? Can you let us know in the YouTube comment? It looks cool. Was this what you took to the finale? Because I think they were doing
Must
like
be,
Christmas balls
yeah.
there and stuff.
Must be.
It looks awesome. I presume Bayonne's meant to be the Grinch.
Is that Bruce Willis?
Could be Bruce Willis.
That's Bruce Willis.
Yeah, look, he's got bare feet and there's glass on
The
the
vest. He's got a vest on.
Yeah, there's glass on the base.
That's Bruce. Mate, that's awesome.
And then the other, I mean, the other two could be from the Nutcracker. The two elves on the left, can they?
Well, the elf is from the elf.
Is that Elf? Oh, is that Will Ferrell?
That's Elf. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. And then there's is that a camera at the front filming Santa? Is that what that is?
It looks like a camera. Yeah. They must all be movies. They're all movies, aren't they? Movie themes.
What's the red one on the far left?
Not too sure.
Cool, man.
It's cool though. I like it. And that's it. How many we got in?
Well, Parkill's gone and screwed it. So he takes this from 27 deliciously dividable 19 into 28. But wait, we have some emails.
Oh,
Eric L is in.
yeah.
I think, and I can only apologise because I didn't put this up. He's painting a wood elf.
Wow.
So I'm going to put him in, Eric. And he says, "I'm greatly enjoying the Christmas stream so far. Thank you very much. Certainly a festive highlight each year." That's nice. My submissions for today's stream is Glorfindel to meet the elf criteria and a Swedish Lucia bun as my snack of choice. Have a great holiday and may Santa bring you lots of GW gifts. It looks like a kind of a pastry kind, think croissant, but it's kind of it's formed into a lovely swirly pattern. It does look very Christmassy.
Cool.
It's very nice. And yeah, he's painting up the old unarmored Glorfindel. So he's in. And then J.R.R. has emailed. "Hi guys, as mentioned in the chat, my power is indeed back on, so I'm able to stream along and also able to paint. I have a Merry and 2 Mirkwood elves that I'll get some work done on. Also, you see a couple of the clear plastic, slightly tinted plastic models that I talked about last stream. Both are from Marvel's on. Oh, he was talking about like the red plastic, I think, from like Thingy Witch, I think. That's Iceman on the left, who I won't paint at all, and Dark Phoenix on the right. And I'll paint Jean Grey herself, but I won't paint the Orange Phoenix Force behind her. If the new Army of Dead models look at all like these, that'd be great. Merry Christmas to you both, and thanks for another fantastic year.
Merry Christmas, dude."
And yeah, so he's got elves, so he's in, and yeah, he's got these cool like translucent plastic. I think he might have just told me what it is. Apologies. It looks almost like the Silver Surfer, and he's got Dark Phoenix behind, but it's not the Silver Surfer because it's Iceman. But yeah, looking very cool. Army of the Dead. I did ask for some for Christmas. I think I said in the last stream. I know that Ozzy Hurst he's put up a video today. He's got them, so he's put up a video. I don't know how far he goes with them. I think he tries experimenting with them. So on the Too Many Minis YouTube channel, go and check out his video there, and maybe he'll give you some insight into what they're like. But Joe is in, which takes us to a nice round 30 people.
Well done, folks.
30 entries. I am going to jump over to live chat and just see. There was quite a lot of comments. I'm not going to. We'll read through those after the draw, and if we have missed anyone, we'll do one of those magnificent 1 in 30 chances of winning.
I'm just scanning through. I don't think we have missed anyone.
Cool. So we've got 30. It's perfect. We need a D10. Not dice, no.
Or yeah, D10. Already 30.
3 people, silly.
Yeah. Roll it 3 times.
The D10's our favourite dice, isn't it? Isn't the D10's the one with the 0?
Why would you put the 0 first?
So the 0 is 1, and then we add 1 to all the others. I'm gonna, given that we're getting to sort of, we're giving something away, I'm gonna put my beard back on.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's another delivery. Oh, this is outstanding. Oh, mother o' bird. Oh, check this out. Thank you. I'm good for drinks, to be honest, but this is outstanding. Look at
Oh,
this.
look at
Look at this coming in. About 20 to 12. We've got some Denethor tomatoes, some cheese. This is amazing. I didn't even know we had pork pies. Outstanding service. Always stream from Tring.
I'm all right, Pat.
Steve says he's fine. Steve says he's all right. He wants a platter, I think. If you can run it up to Ultra, that'd be great. Thanks. Oh, that's wonderful. Marvelous.
Not jealous at all.
Quality service there, I'll tell you. Right. Oh, that's a proper festive platter we got there. Love it. I've lost my D10 on this. So, all joking aside, the 0 is 10, right?
10. Yeah. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
It's probably the simplest way. Cheeky Denethor tomato. Right. So, here we go. How's that doing? Because I've obviously moved it for the book.
Move it to the left.
To the left, to the left.
That's it. Stop.
All right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thanks, babe. Not my first rodeo. So here's our first 10.
Okay.
Julian Hammond.
Yeah.
What?
No, go on. It's fine.
Julian Hammond, Jens Elmos, Richard Clammer, Mark Greentree, Warwick Griggs, Remco Keegstra, Jake Pollard, Michael Dublé, Dan Nelson, and Sean Clark. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go for it.
It's a 6. It's Remco Keegstra.
Ooh.
Into the final. Congratulations, Remco. For our second group, we have Catherine Clark. Oh, Sean and Catherine were divided by the cut.
Cheeky.
Catherine Clark, Dave Walker, Scott Newman, Larry Miller, Josh Crosby, Ashley Fisher, Hawk Jacobson, Craig McCullum, Sam Earnshaw, and Michael Haskell.
Let's go for it.
Oh, it's a 0.
It's
Haskell. Haskell has flown in. Haskell has crushed it.
Is it a 10? Is it a 1? Who knows?
Haskell has swanned in at the end. Working on his cheeky wood elves. And on to our last group, we have Matt Hudson, Matt Baker, Joe Holzman, Ryan Cuthbert. Oh, so he's just taken Cuthers, he's licking his lips. Haskell's taken out Crosby and Fisher. Ryan Cuthbert, Stephen Ryan, Katie Webster, Ian Whitehouse, Harry Parkill, Eric L, and Joe Achille. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cuthers is on a 4.
Can he get in?
It's an 8.
It's 8.
That is Harry Parkill. He's flown in at the end. Parkill's made it to the final. Oh, you love to see it. Right, let's see what's at stake. I have a feeling Harry doesn't have a dice, you know.
Yeah, I don't think he ever has one, has he?
Let's have a look. Harry Parkill does not have a dice. Michael Haskell does not have a dice. Remco Keegstra has 2 dice.
2 dice.
2 dice. Double dice. 2 dices. So Remco's the only player here with form. Harry and Michael have just got a bit Christmassy, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've just got a little bit excited, I reckon. Is Christmas going to be magic this year?
Who knows?
So we have Remco on a 1, Michael on a 2, and Harry on a 3. And you know, like Michael and what's the other one's called? Harry. They're doubles partners as well.
Ooh.
You know, they're going up against each other. Who's your money on?
I'm gonna go with Harry. You know.
You think so? You think he's going to swan in right at the end of the stream and just steal it? Classic Parkshill. I reckon Haskell.
Okay.
I reckon Haskell's going to casually win it this year. As Remco, you know, it's nice to have new winners, isn't it? All right, here we go. So Remco's on 1, Michael's on 2, and Parkshill's on 3.
Let's do it.
it's the form, it's the experience, it's the experience that tells.
Smash Bros.
Remco,
Rodeo.
Remco is like, you want a dice, yeah? You're gonna have to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh no. It's not,
mate.
it's
We've been
not-
here before.
we
We've been
have-
here before. We've been
It's
here
not.
before.
It's not the fairy tale.
It
we were
means
hoping.
nothing. It means nothing.
It's
this.
2-0-0 from Remco. Oh, Haskell's in. Haskell's in. He's not going quietly into the night. Oh, come on, Parkshaw, get in the game. Oh, there he goes. There goes Harry. That is
Everything to play for.
1. And they keep going. Oh, Haskell. Oh, it's a classic. It's a match for the ages. 2 to Remco, 2 to Haskell.
The final. Well, what is it? Well, yeah, the final of the year.
Final of the year.
Could it go down to the very last dice roll? Come on, Parker.
We need a 3 to put this to a decider.
Yeah.
It is currently match point for Remco and match point for Michael.
Yeah.
He's Haskell.
Haskell.
Haskell has stormed back.
Well done, Michael.
Haskell has taken his first dice.
Well done.
He has
well
won
done.
this dice here. It's a magnificent 3. 3, the number of 2s that you rolled to win. Michael Haskell, take a bow, my friend.
Yeah. You've just lost a dice roll against an Elfin Blade, but there you go. Well done, mate.
That is glorious.
Well done.
Michael Haskell joins the illustrious club of people who have won a black dice here on Battle Streams Middle. And I don't think Remco will begrudge him.
Yeah, no one will think badly of that.
Absolutely.
I'm going to jump in the chat and I'm going to fire through because we're running over, mate.
So what I'm going to do? I'm going to
give away.
I'm going to
So
eat
you can
my
get that
spread.
ready. Just fill your face,
Mm.
and I'll run for the chat.
No, it's my beer.
What does a snowman have as his nose, Damien? Says Joe. He got it in the end. Joe, he got it in the end. Haskell says, not sure I'm getting any Middle Earth bits this year, says Michael. But I've got Penny a fleece blanket, one of those ones.
You're
can
getting a
sit under
dice,
with the
mate.
Map of,
You're getting a dice.
Yeah. This was before he even knew, mate. This was before he knew about it. Rats, says Sam. Larry says, after today's deep dive, should goblins be on theme? Hell to the no. Like they are for Halloween, apparently. Harry rocks up. Evening, gents. Late to the party after watching a Christmas film with the missus. Was it a real Christmas movie? Asked Larry. Punch was actually pretty good, says Frederick. Strongly disagree. Matt Hudson's laughing. Scott Newman, I know you said no Dane, but he is going on a snow base to match my dwarf army. But he wasn't on a snow base, though, was he?
No, hang on. He didn't know. He got in.
He got in anyway, yeah. Did Sean just get married on stream, says Matt Hudson? And Sean says no engagement on stream. I'll make sure you guys are the first to know. Keep an eye on the Warhammer community. Joe Holzman, pretty sure they said in the Patreon message that models with beards would count. Is that even a beard? Says Tom.
I don't think we said beard. I don't think that's true. I think we've been slandered.
Katie says Chris shaved his beard off, and I can't cope with it. He looks so weird.
What?
We've got to see a picture of Chris with no beard. I can't imagine what he'd look like.
I don't know if I want to.
It might ruin him for you. Go on, get a picture in the Patreon chat, guys. Put it back on. It was lovely, says Dwellin.
Mate. This is all coming from Sainsbury's.
You enjoy yourself, mate. Yeah, you just enjoy yourself.
Mm.
Rob Lenchbury says 4 days or having a chest infection and off work. They've been looking at me for 3 years, so I thought I would get them out of my backlog.
That must be the 52 Mariners, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's been off work, so it's 4 full days.
Yeah, 4 full days. Jolesman and a star to go on top. It's the idea I had during last year's Christmas stream when I was painting my Raddy Christmas on Sleigh.
Tree bed, isn't it?
That's what he's in. Yeah.
That's a fun gag. Just do on a 50 quid model.
Yeah. Rob Lenchbury, I have done some commission painting, but only for friends and family, really. Jakey says, in the highly unlikely event that I make it into the draw and win a dice, the Christmas Gandalf is also a third-party model from an Advent
that is
calendar
the
and not
spirit of Christmas there.
Yeah.
But do you know what you've done, Jakey? By being in the draw, you've got Michael Haskell a dice. So we're allowed.
Yeah.
But thank you for your honesty.
Katie says,
Santa will remember that in 5 days.
he'll remember that, yeah. Katie says, my elf is going in the army, will look great next to the model of me.
This is very true.
Joe Osman, I suspect he's turning them into Walpertingers.
Is that from the Grinch?
God knows.
Sounds Zeusy, doesn't it?
It's so I can give the rabbits tiny antlers, obviously, says Laurie. Ah, I get you. I was going to do the same thing, but decided I couldn't bear doing it, says Joe. Too much exposure to Larry.
Did you see? I think you missed Sam's comment where he guessed what he was doing. Sam's gone
really?
presumably to add antlers.
Ah.
That's why too much exposure to Larry.
Yeah. Matt Hudson says, this is the only context where obviously is actually obvious. Joel Kelly says, emails. We did check.
All right, we got to them. We got to them.
What has Bruce Willis got to do with Christmas, Winky Face, says Larry? Because no one else subscribes to your Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie nonsense, says Joe. I thought I won everyone over with my cold hard logic. No,
it was the other one,
mate.
Dwal is the voice of the people.
My board was an MESBG movie tribute featuring Scott, Calvin, and son Charlie from the Santa Claus. A Radion sleigh with Sebastian made with a spare Merry Small Tree Bird. Also Buddy the Elf, and Jovi from Elf, and Grinchy Bear, and obviously John McClane from Die Hard.
Legolas.
Legolas in game. The Nutcracker objectives were from Barbie and the Nutcracker, but weren't finished in time, so may as well do them now. Love the board, and
Very
Army
cool.
Harris's team up.
That Harry shock face there is him getting into the final.
Yeah, I can't believe you're putting me up against my doubles partner for our first dice.
Match the ages.
DW Remco could be brutal and snatch it without an ounce of guilt. I'm supporting Harry as he sounds like he could be my brother if we were dwarves. Yes, Mike, says Sam. Congratulations to Michael from everybody. Nice one, Big Mike, says Sean. Second time I've got to roll off. Wow, but feeling sorry for Harry. Don't feel sorry for him, mate.
He's alright, he's fine.
Yeah, be fine. Grats to Osman. Picture of the message stating boards in the BSIME, beards in the BSIME chat. Damien.
Did you see that Ryan Cuthbert when he's found out Haskell's won and he's like, "Congratulations, Michael. Gonna have to go now." Once he's found it's not with Crosby or Fisher, he's off. You know, it's like the record's safe.
Walpertingers are German folklore, I believe, says Joe Holzman.
Let me jump to the BSIME chat. I presume it's a public picture. I presume we're allowed to. No. As far as I can see, there is not.
I can see it.
Well, the BSIME chat.
It's in your post. It says, as a Christmas special, we're open to cover to any model that you can convince us is Christmassy enough, whether that be because of...
Oh, sorry. I was looking for a picture of Chris without a beard.
Oh, no, yeah.
No, I don't care.
We need to see that, though. Katie, we need to see that. Right. Let's just...
Jesus Christ, it's in Joseph's comment.
I'm making Herod from Herod next year. And a 7. Oh, come on, Joseph. Jeez.
Herod was no fun at Christmas.
Yeah, he wasn't a fun guy.
No.
Right, let's do the last giveaway, mate.
Absolutely.
And then we are going to have to run.
Final Christmas giveaway. This is for our mightiest prize for £55 worth of shopping trip.
55 Spondoolikins.
With Damien. We've already got Max Malice, who's won £30. And we've got Matthew Butler, who's won £40. Steve, left or right?
Damien, this is the last giveaway of the year.
Yes.
I always control, and we're going to leave this one to you, mate. Please don't pull the bottom off that.
Well, I'm kind of tempted to pull the bottom off and see what happens. It feels quite Christmassy, right?
Do you know what? Pull the bottom off, then close your eyes and just grab one off the desk.
Well, I'm thinking of like finding out the one that's left.
There'll be none left if you pull the bottom off.
Right. Is that now in shot on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's quite strong. Merry Christmas. There's none. Oh, there are 2 left. There are 2 left. No, there are 3 left. All right, there's 3 left. All right, I've got. There's 3 left in the cracker. It is one of these 3. And I'm going to do. We actually did this last year. We ended up with 2. I went back and had a look. I'm going to have 3 finalists. I'm going to jump over here. We have on the 1. It's Mick. It's Black Mist. Mick is on a 1. We have Jack Buckler on a 2. And we have Luke J. Is that Luke Johnson?
I think it might be.
These are your patron names. I'm covered in paper, by the way. Here we go then. The final, so 1 was Mick, 2 was Jack Butler, and 3 was Luke J.
Yeah.
It's Jack Butler. Congratulations, Jack. You have won
Well done, Jack.
£55
55
shopping trip with
GBP.
BSIME. £55 for you. Congratulations. He's a relatively new patron. I remember he joined, no, it might be about a year ago now. It's still relatively new. But yeah, congratulations, Jack, and Merry
Well
Christmas.
done, man.
Congratulations to Max and Matthew and Jack. We had a butler and a buckler.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll have a Zoom
Absolutely.
a Zoomy thing at some point. Larry Miller says, "Is Walpertinger O as in do or door?" Joe Osman, yes. Southern German to be precise, says Frederick. And Joe Osman says, "I'm talking about the idea of 5 golden ring bearers for my festive minis next year. I'm planning on working on some festive models again next year." Joe says, Larry. Larry Door, Larry Miller, no best of 3. No best of 3,
no.
No best of 3.
Only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We've given away a lot of stuff.
It's gone so quick again. So quick.
I know, it's crazy. But yeah, if I don't speak to any of you guys before, have a great Christmas, an amazing New Year. I will be posting semi-regular on the hobby groups whilst I'm off over Christmas because I've got plans to do a little bit of hobby, and I'm also doing a lot of admin for scouring, which I need to catch up on. I'm so behind on admin for scouring for obvious reasons. I'm going to catch up on that, so I'll be posting a lot of stuff on there. And yeah, that's it. Damien, no doubt we will be chatting via text message and messenger message. But to say it in person, have a great Christmas, brother.
And to you, and happy birthday. Oh,
Thank you, man.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, you got the birthday. Well, let's leave that till we sign off.
Okay, do you want to?
Let's do that as the sign off.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
and then as soon as you finish it, I'm just gonna end the stream.
Right, okay.
So let's say our goodbyes first.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for another wonderful year of BSIME. Thank you for supporting us. We really do appreciate it. You've all been awesome. It's been super good fun, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year on, I think, issue 67 and some version of Horse Week. I think we've got horses next.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see you there. You're all awesome, and we really appreciate all you do.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Damien, have an amazing Christmas.
And you, and happy
much
birthday.
love to the girls, Emma, my favourite friend's mother, who sorts me out, and I send gifts to every now and again.
I'm just trying to work out, am I your favourite friend if she's my mother, or is she your favourite mother of a friend?
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame to hear that at Christmas.
But that's it. No, have a good one, mate. I'll obviously, like I say, we'll be chatting, but have a great Christmas and New Year, mate. And yeah, let's do this thing all over again in the new year, eh?
Yeah.
And I think on that note, I'm gonna increase the size of Damien's face and put it above mine. Like
I love it when my face is above yours.
Yeah. I just don't like it when you breathe down the back of my neck.
Oh,
and yeah, Damien, take us out of this.
Are we ready?
Born ready, mate.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joshua and Steve and Jesus. Happy birthday to you.
Namaste. Happy Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Have an amazing New
Christmas!
Year. Take care. Patrons, we'll see you in the chat, no doubt. See you later. Take care, people.
Oh, that looks proper creepy. Just seen it on the screen.
We're on a whole
Looks good.
screen, and you just start talking about being creepy. Take care, everyone.